My beloved child, you didn't come here by mistake. Something within you, perhaps quiet, perhaps desperate, was searching for an answer. And here, in this very moment, I respond. This is not a generic word. It's not a blanket message passed around for comfort. This is specific. It is sacred. It is tailored to the cry of your heart, the ache in your soul, and the questions you've been too afraid to say aloud. You've wondered if I still speak. I do, and I'm speaking now to you. You've been surviving, functioning, pressing through, hoping things will shift. You've done what you could with the little strength you had left, and I honor that. But I never intended for you to carry the weight alone. I saw every moment you smiled on the outside while barely holding yourself together inside. I watched you give what you didn't have, love when you felt empty, believe when doubt was clawing at your mind. And today, I want to speak to that tired, brave heart. You don't need to perform for me. You don't have to prove your worth. I was with you when you succeeded, and I was just as close when you failed. I have never measured you by your performance. I've always seen you through the eyes of mercy. You've asked for help, but help doesn't always come in the form you expect. Sometimes, it begins with a word like this. Let's strip it all away for a moment. The fear, the distractions, the expectations. Just be here. Just listen. Let my words settle into the places where the noise has been. I am not angry. I am not disappointed. I am near, not far, not vague, not distant. I am here, and I want to help you. But help cannot begin where trust is absent. And so I ask you not to figure it all out, not to fix what's broken, but simply to trust me, to lean in when you're tempted to lean away, to open your heart again, even if it's been broken too many times to count. Trust is the soil in which I plant miracles. Trust is what opens the way for my hands to do what your strength cannot. You've been asking why it's been so hard lately. Why you feel like you're fighting battles that seem invisible. Why you're exhausted even when nothing looks different on the outside. It's because I've been digging deep within you. I've been shaking loose the false identities, the lies that have attached themselves to your soul. The pressure has been real because the transformation is real. I'm not polishing the surface. I'm reshaping the foundation. I'm not giving you a temporary fix. I'm giving you a permanent freedom. That's why it's taken time. That's why it's felt slow. I wasn't late, I was intentional. Because what I'm building in you cannot be shaken. Not by people, not by circumstances, not by storms. And you, yes, you are stronger than you think. Not because of your own might, but because I am your strength. You're not fragile. You're being fortified. You're not forgotten. You're being formed. I am not just getting you through, I am making you new. I'm not leaving you as you were. You will not exit this season the same. Let me say this clearly. You are not disqualified. You are not too far gone. You are not a lost cause. I know every chapter of your stories, even the ones you've hidden. And still, I chose you. Still, I've called you. Still, I am with you. There is no shame in me. Only healing. Only truth. Only grace. I want to remind you who you are. Not what life has labeled you. Not what trauma tried to tattoo on your identity. But who I've said you are from the beginning. Chosen. Called. Covered. Held. Created on purpose. For a purpose. You are not what they did to you. You are not the fear that visits in the night. You are not the mistakes that echo in your memory. You are mine. And what's ahead? Oh, it's greater than what's behind. But first, you must release what was so I can fill you with what is. You've been holding fragments and calling them protection. I'm inviting you to let go so I can rebuild you whole, strong, free. The peace your soul longs for isn't found in understanding everything. It's found in trusting me through everything. Let me quiet the storm inside you. Let me carry what's been weighing you down. There's more for you than survival. You were made to thrive in my presence. You were created to breathe deep, to laugh again, to love again, to dream again. That is not foolishness. It is faith. And faith is rising in you, even now, as my words sink into your soul. Because the stirring you feel isn't confusion, it's awakening. It's the beginning of a holy rebuilding, one that starts not with striving, but with surrender. Not with doing more, but with receiving more. And as you open your heart wider to me, as you yield to my hands, you will begin to sense Ida strength, not your own. A clarity you didn't manufacture. A peace that holds you steady when everything else trembles. Because I am not only bringing peace, I am establishing it as a permanent presence within you. The storm that has raged in your mind, the unrest that has robbed your sleep, the fear that has gripped your every decision, I speak to it now. Be still. I am the God who commands the winds, and I speak the same authority over your heart. No longer will you live at the mercy of chaos. You will be anchored in me. This is where healing begins, not just physical, not just emotional, but spiritual. At the core of who you are, I am doing something new. I am removing the lies you've believed for far too long. Lies that said you were too broken to be fixed, too lost to be found, too far gone to be redeemed. I tear those lies down, one by one. In their place, I plant truth. You are loved, you are seen, you are worth rescuing. And yes, I am rescuing you not from your surroundings, but from the inner prison of fear and shame. You've survived things that should have taken you out. That's not by chance. I was there, holding you, shielding you, whispering strength into your spirit when you had none left to give. And now, I want more for you than just survival. I want resurrection. I want you to walk in freedom, real freedom. Not the kind that depends on how others treat you or what circumstances look like, but the kind that runs deep and unshakable, rooted in truth. The truth that you are no longer bound. You are no longer a slave to the past. You are no longer defined by your darkest days. I have written a new name over you, redeemed. You keep asking, but how? How do I move forward when I failed so many times? How do I trust when I've been betrayed? How do I believe when life has taught me to expect disappointment? The answer is simple, yet powerful. Not in your own strength, but in mine. You were never meant to carry this alone. I didn't design you to fight battles you were never equipped to win on your own. I gave you myself. My spirit within you is not timid. It is not weak. It is mighty, courageous, alive. When you yield to me, I empower you to do what you could never do in your own effort. I lift you from the pit. I guide your every step. I pour courage into your weary bones and speak vision into places that once echoed with hopelessness. That is the difference between striving and surrender. One wears you down, the other lifts you up. Let's be honest. You've tried to fix things your way. You've run in circles, hoping change would come. You've pushed. You've planned. You've cried, and still felt stuck. That's because your breakthrough was never meant to come through striving. It comes when you let me in, not just in the areas you're comfortable with, but in the hidden places, the wounded places, the places you'd rather keep buried. You don't have to be afraid. I won't reject you. I won't shame you. I won't walk away when you show me your scars. In fact, that's when I come closest. I am the healer of broken hearts, the one who binds wounds others can't even see. I know what hurt you, even if you can't explain it. I know what fractured your trust. I know why you built those walls. And still, I knock not to break you down, but to bring you out. Because beyond those walls is lifeful, free, abundant life. Not free from trouble, but filled with unshakable peace, not free from challenge, but overflowing with strength. I'm not promising ease, I'm promising presence, and my presence will carry you further than fear ever could. You see, I've never been interested in appearances. I care about your heart. I care about your healing. I care about the things you think don't matter. The small battles, the private tears, the silent pleas. Every one of them matters to me. And when you give me access, I will touch what no one else can reach. I will heal what no doctor, no counselor, no friend could fix. That is who I am. Not a distant deity, but a personal God. A father who gets in the dirt with you, who weeps with you, who rejoices when you take even the smallest step toward freedom. I don't rush your process. I walk with you through it, at your pace, with your hand in mine, until the fear fades, until the shame lifts, until your eyes begin to see again clearly, fully through the lens of love. And as that happens, you'll begin to walk differently. You'll carry yourself not with pride, but with purpose, not with arrogance, but with authority. Because when you've been healed by me, it shows, not in loud words, but in quiet confidence, not in having all the answers, but in carrying the answer within you. The old you may have survived, but the new you will flourish. And flourishing is not a far-off promise. It is the next breath when you choose to receive what I'm offering. It is the fruit of trust, the result of surrender, the natural response to supernatural love. And as you breathe me in, as you begin to trust me more deeply, you'll find yourself stepping into a peace that steadies you no matter what surrounds you. Because peace isn't something I give like the world gives. It's not temporary, conditional, or fragile. My peace is a fortress. It guards your heart and mind, even when chaos tries to breach your walls. It doesn't depend on the absence of problems, but on the presence of my spirit. And my spirit is in you, right now, surrounding you, holding you, teaching your soul to rest again. You've been trained to expect disappointment. Life has conditioned you to wait for things to fall apart. But I am breaking that cycle. I am rewriting your internal narrative. Where you once anticipated rejection, you will now expect my favor. Where you once feared abandonment, you will trust in my presence. Where you once prepared for pain, you will begin preparing for promise. I know that trust doesn't come easily, not after what you've endured. The betrayal, the instability, the inconsistencies that made you question if anything good can truly last. But I am not man. I do not lie, I do not change, I do not fail. My word stands when everything else falls. And my promises over your life are not fragile hopes, they are eternal truths, sealed in my blood and secured by my love. You've been on edge, afraid to hope too much, afraid to dream again. But child, I am not afraid of your hopes. I gave them to you. I placed dreams in your spirit not to torment you, but to draw you closer to the future I've prepared. That dream that won't die, that vision that keeps returning. It's not your imagination, it's your inheritance. And now, I'm teaching you how to carry it well. To carry the promise, you must first believe you're worthy of it. And that's where I'm working even now, at the core of how you see yourself. So many times you've disqualified yourself in your own mind. You've said, I'm not good enough, not holy enough, not consistent enough. But I never asked you to be perfect. I asked you to be willing. It is my perfection that qualifies you. It is my grace that empowers you. It is my spirit that makes the impossible possible. You are not behind. You are not too late. You are not overlooked. I have been preparing you, and even in your seasons of silence I was shaping you. The delays were not denials. They were my protection. You think you wasted time, but I've already redeemed it. I will accelerate what seemed slow. I will multiply what felt lost. You don't have to make up for lost time. I am the Lord of time. Let go of comparison. Stop measuring your journey by someone else's timeline. I never called you to follow their path. I've called you to follow me. What I'm building in you is unlike anything I've built before. That's why it's taken time. That's why you felt different. Because you are. You're marked, set apart, handpicked for something that requires deeper foundations. So do not despise the hidden seasons, the years of seeming invisibility, the moments when no one applauded and you wondered if anything you did mattered. I saw every act of obedience. I heard every whispered prayer. I noted every choice to love when it was hard, to stay when it was painful, to believe when there was no visible reason. Heaven keeps better records than earth. You have grown more than you know. The things that used to crush you no longer have the same power. You're stronger, wiser, softer, and braver at the same time. You've gained a resilience not born of pride but of grace. And soon, the fruit of what I've done in secret will begin to appear publicly, not to elevate you, but to glorify me through you. Because when people look at your life and ask how you made it, they will know it wasn't your strength, it was mine. They'll see the evidence of my presence in your peace. They'll hear my wisdom in your words. They'll feel my love in your touch, and they'll be drawn not to you but to me through you. That is how I glorify myself in my children, not just through miracles, but through transformation. And transformation is what I'm doing now. I'm renewing your mind. I'm reshaping your perspective. I'm restoring your sense of identity and value. You are not what you did. You are not what they did to you. You are not the pain you walked through. You are a new creation, being daily formed in the image of my Son. And every day you walk with me, the old fades, and the new comes alive. You may not feel it yet, but something inside you is shifting. A weight is lifting. A light is rising. What once felt impossible now seems within reach. That is my spirit testifying to your spirit that you are moving into something new. Not a recycled season, but a brand new thing. One that will require your whole heart, but will fill your life with a joy that nothing can steal. So breathe. Let your soul exhale. You don't have to brace for disappointment anymore. You don't have to expect loss. You can live open, hopeful, anchored in truth, not in fear. Because I am not done with you. I am just getting started. And what's coming will be greater than what you prayed for. Because I love you too much to give you less than my best. And my best doesn't always arrive the way you imagined it. Sometimes it comes through the unraveling of everything you once held together. Through the breaking of illusions that couldn't sustain you. Through the painful clarity that certain people or paths were never meant to walk with you into the next chapter. I know letting go has hurt. I know you've questioned why some relationships ended. Why some opportunities dried up. Why you had to walk alone in seasons when you felt you needed support the most. But hear me now, nothing that left your life did so without my knowing. There are things you begged me to give, and I didn't. There are doors you asked me to open, and I kept them shut. And you wondered if I was withholding goodness, but I was sparing you pain. I wasn't punishing you, I was preserving you. Because what I've prepared for you requires purity of heart, clarity of purpose, and loyalty to me above all else. I couldn't let you carry baggage into your breakthrough. So yes, it hurt, but it healed. And now, you're lighter. Now, you're ready. You've seen what happens when you try to control the outcome. You've exhausted yourself chasing after approval, success, security, trying to force things into place that I never called you to hold. But I'm teaching you now how to release and rest. To stop striving and start trusting. Because when you give me control, peace flows like a river. Not because everything is perfect, but because you finally realize that you don't have to be the one holding it all together. Let me be your strength. Let me be the source. Not your bank account, not your job, not your relationships, not your own strategies me. When you depend on shifting things, your emotions rise and fall with them. But I do not change. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. When I say I'll provide, I will. When I say I'll protect, I will. When I say I'll fulfill my word, I will. It's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of time. And in the meantime, I am forming in you the kind of faith that endures, the kind of patience that doesn't resent the wait, the kind of joy that doesn't depend on the outcome. This is maturity, and you're walking into it. I'm not just blessing you, I'm building you. I'm making you into someone who can carry the weight of what's coming with grace and wisdom. Someone who doesn't just receive from me, but reflects me. Do you know what that looks like? It looks like peace in the middle of chaos. It looks like hope when others see only despair. It looks like kindness in the face of cruelty, faith when others retreat, compassion when others turn cold. It looks like me, because that is what I'm doing in you. I'm making you more like my son, not through pressure but through presence, not through fear but through love. And love, true love, changes everything. When you receive my love, really receive it, you stop looking for worth in all the wrong places. You stop chasing after what can never satisfy. You stop shrinking yourself to fit into spaces I never called you to fill. My love gives you the courage to walk away from things that once defined you. It gives you clarity to say no to lesser things and strength to wait for what aligns with your calling. I don't want you to live a life of settling. I didn't place eternity in your heart so you could spend your days surviving temporary highs. You were made for more. You were made to soar, to create, to influence, to speak life into dead places. You were made to be a carrier of my presence, to bring heaven's atmosphere into earth's brokenness. That's why the enemy has fought so hard to keep you distracted, discouraged, disconnected, because he sees the potential I placed in you. But I see it too, and I'm calling it out now. The gifts in you are waking up. The dreams you buried are stirring again. That passion you thought had died, it's being reignited. You may have written yourself off, but I never did. I'm blowing on the embers of what remains, and it will become a fire again. Not a fire of striving or performance, but a holy fire. A fire that burns with purpose, with clarity, with divine energy. So don't be afraid to dream again. Don't be afraid to plan, to step forward, to believe. Not blindly, but boldly with me as your guide. I will speak. I will lead. I will confirm the path. You will not walk in confusion forever. The fog is lifting. The noise is fading. My voice will become unmistakable. And with every step, confidence will rise not in yourself, but in me. Because confidence in me produces courage in you. Not the loud, flashy kind the world celebrates, but the steady, unwavering kind that says, even if I don't see it yet, I believe. That is the faith I honor. The faith that pleases me. The faith that moves mountains and rewrites legacies. And you, child, are being positioned for just that. A legacy not marked by pain, but by purpose. Not by brokenness, but by beauty. You are not who you used to be. You are not stuck in who they said you were. You are not defined by what you lost. You are stepping into something sacred. A season where old chains break and new doors open. A season where fear loses its grip and freedom becomes your new normal. You'll walk differently, not with arrogance, but with authority. Because you'll know exactly who walks with you. And knowing who walks with you changes everything. When you realize that I, the Almighty, the Creator of heaven and earth, walk beside you, fear begins to dissolve. You no longer approach life from a place of insecurity or inferiority. You begin to live with a quiet confidence that even in the unknown you are held. Even in weakness, you are carried. Even in silence, you are seen. I'm not watching from a distance. I am with you. In the car, in the kitchen, in the hospital room, in the moment when you want to give up and no one else knows it. I'm there, and I'm not passive. I'm moving, speaking, healing, aligning. What feels like stillness to you is often divine motion behind the scenes. Just because you haven't seen it yet doesn't mean I'm not working. Trust that my silence never equals absence. I am building your faith to see what your eyes cannot. Because faith is not anchored in what is visible. It's rooted in who I am, and I have never failed you. Look back, truly look, and you'll see my fingerprints on every season. I was the one who got you through what you thought would destroy you. I was the whisper that steadied your panic, the open door after all the others shut, the unexpected peace when the storm should have swallowed you whole. And if I was faithful then, I will be faithful now. I haven't changed. I haven't grown tired of you. I haven't regretted choosing you. Your flaws don't surprise me. Your struggles don't scare me. Your questions don't offend me. I didn't pick you because you were perfect. I picked you because I see the end from the beginning, and I see in you a vessel ready to carry my glory. So come boldly. Not arrogantly, but boldly. Don't hide from me when you fall, run to me. Don't punish yourself with shame. That's not my way. Conviction draws you to me. Condemnation drives you away. Learn to discern the difference. I correct you because I love you. I discipline you because I have more for you. But I never humiliate. I never shame. My voice may be firm, but it always carries love. And love is what you need most right now. Real love. The kind that doesn't change when you mess up. The kind that covers without enabling. The kind that tells the truth while holding your heart. You've searched for that kind of love in all the wrong places, people. Performance, success, and every time it fell short, it wounded you a little more. But my love never falls short. It never fails. Let me love you beyond your logic, beyond what you think you deserve. Stop trying to earn what I freely give. You don't have to strive for what already belongs to you. You are my child, my beloved, my masterpiece in process. I'm not waiting for you to be perfect. I'm walking with you as you become. I delight in every step you take toward me, no matter how small. Yes, even now I'm proud of you. Not because you figured everything out, but because you're still here, still seeking, still holding on. That alone is victory. That is faith. And faith, even the size of a mustard seed, moves me, because it shows me that despite the pain, you haven't given up. Despite the confusion, you still believe I'm good. And that belief, it's growing, strengthening, taking root. Soon that faith will bear fruit. You'll begin to see doors open that no man can shut. You'll witness me turn ashes into beauty in ways you never imagined. Relationships will be restored. Dreams will be revived. Opportunities will come not by manipulation, but by my divine hand. And through it all, you'll know it wasn't your effort that did it. It was your surrender. I reward obedience, not perfection. So if all you have is a willing heart, that's enough. I'll use it. I'll multiply it. I'll breathe on it, because what I'm building through you is bigger than you. It's for others too. Your life will be a bridge home that helps others cross from despair to hope, from brokenness to healing, from religion to relationship. That's why the battle has been so fierce. Because your freedom isn't just for you, it's meant to set others free. You've been in a refining season. The fire wasn't sent to destroy you, but to purify you, to remove the parts of your life that can't go where I'm taking you. It's been painful, yes, but necessary. And you're almost through. The gold is beginning to show. The real you, the one I designed before the world marked you, is rising. You'll walk differently from here on out. Not because you've become someone else, but because you've finally returned to who you've always been in me. Free, whole, bold, anchored. A reflection of my love in a world starving for truth. And as you live from this place of identity and intimacy, everything around you will begin to shift, because identity changes everything. Once you know who you are in me, You stop negotiating with fear. You stop begging for crumbs when I've seated you at a royal table. You stop walking on eggshells around opinions and start walking in authority. This is what I've been preparing you for, not just a moment of inspiration, but a lifestyle of conviction, clarity, and kingdom purpose. No longer will you shrink to make others comfortable. No longer will you hide your light to avoid judgment. You were made to stand out not in arrogance, but in radiant humility. You carry something sacred. My spirit lives in you, and that means everywhere you go, darkness must flee. Confusion must bow. Atmospheres must shift. Not because of who you are alone, but because of who I am in you. You've longed to make a difference. You've asked God, do I matter? Is there more to my life than what I see? Hear me, no, yes. 1,000 times, yes. I've placed a divine assignment within you, something no one else can replicate. It's not about a platform. It's not about being seen. It's about being faithful. When you walk in what I've given you, lives change. Chains break. Hope spreads. Don't underestimate the impact of your obedience. Every time you choose love over anger, forgiveness over bitterness, truth over compromise, you are partnering with heaven. You are planting seeds that will outlive you. You may not see the harvest right away, but it's growing. I'm watering it. I'm watching over it. Nothing done in my name is ever wasted. Even your weakness is useful in my hands. I take what the world calls insufficient and turn it into glory. I use the unqualified, the overlooked, the broken, because I am not looking for the most impressive resume. I'm looking for the most surrendered heart. And child, when you give me your heart fully, there is no limit to what I will do through you. That's why the process has been intense. The resistance you've felt is not a sign that you're off track, it's proof that you're aligned with something significant. The enemy doesn't waste his energy on those going nowhere. But when you begin to walk in destiny, expect resistance. And when it comes, remember, I have already overcome. You are not fighting for victory. You are fighting from victory. I've already defeated every power that sought to destroy you. My blood speaks louder than your mistakes. My name is greater than your past, and my spirit within you is stronger than every opposition. Stand in that truth. Declare it. Live from it. You've been silent for too long. Not because you had nothing to say, but because you believed the lie that your voice didn't matter. But I am breaking that lie. I am restoring your roar. You will speak with authority, not to impress, but to impact. You will declare my truth boldly and watch as chains fall in others, just as they're falling in you. There is a new boldness rising in you, a holy fire, a fearless compassion that refuses to stay silent in the face of injustice, confusion, and despair. You won't need to scream. You won't need to prove. You'll simply walk in my truth, and that truth will do what only heaven can do, will set captives free. And in your own life, freedom will no longer be a concept. It will be your reality. Shame will no longer be your language. Joy will be. Anxiety will no longer own your mornings. Peace will. Regret will no longer write your narrative. Redemption will. Because I am rewriting the script. I am changing the soundtrack of your soul. You will begin to recognize the sound of my voice more clearly than ever before. No longer confused by conflicting noise, but steady and sure. I will speak, and you will know it is me. Not because it always makes sense, but because it always aligns with peace. I never lead through panic. I lead through presence. And in that presence you will discover strength you didn't know you had. Courage that rises when circumstances say you should collapse. Clarity that comes in the middle of the unknown. This is what it means to walk by faith, not because you see, but because you trust. Not because you understand, but because you are surrendered. I have never asked you to have all the answers. I've asked you to stay close. That's where the power lies in proximity. Don't worry about performing. Stay connected. Don't worry about outcomes. Stay faithful. If you keep your eyes on me, I'll handle what's beyond your control. I've done it before, and I will do it again. Your consistency will be the key. Not dramatic moments, but daily devotion. Small steps, quiet yeses, hidden prayers. That's where destiny is shaped. And soon, you'll see the fruit of what's been planted in secret start to emerge in full view. And when it does, you won't take the credit. You'll know exactly who carried you there, because it was never your strength that sustained you, it was my grace. Every moment you kept going when quitting felt easier, that was me. Every time you found the courage to believe again, after disappointment tried to suffocate you, that was me. And even now, as you rise into this new season, the glory will not belong to your willpower or wisdom. It belongs to me, the God who never let go of you, not once. You've come further than you think. There were battles that could have ended you, trauma that could have paralyzed you, losses that could have stolen your voice. And yet here you are, reading these words, still holding on, still reaching. That is evidence of something divine working within you. The enemy tried to silence you, but I preserved your voice. He tried to shut you down, but I lifted you up, because I have purpose for you that no devil in hell can cancel. And now, we move into harvest. But I want you to hear this clearly. The harvest isn't only about what I give you, it's about who you become in me. I'm not just blessing your hands, I'm transforming your heart, so that when the blessings come, they don't bury you in pride or pressure, they anchor you in praise, because what I give you is never meant to become more important than the one who gave it. Stay close to me. Don't let the gifts become your God. Don't let the doors distract you from the voice that led you there. The greatest reward is still me, always me. In the midst of opportunity, favor, and breakthrough, let your heart remain tender. Let your focus remain fixed. Let your gratitude deepen as the fruit multiplies. Because yes, multiplication is coming. Where there was once lack, there will be plenty. Where there was delay, there will be acceleration. Where there was silence, there will be divine instruction. I will open doors you didn't knock on. I will raise your name in rooms you didn't even know existed. Not for your fame, but for my glory. But with increase comes stewardship. With promotion comes responsibility. And I have trained you in the wilderness to handle what's coming. The private pain refined your character. The silent nights developed your discernment. The unseen obedience carved deep roots in you that no wind will be able to uproot. That's why it took time, because shallow foundations collapse under heavy blessings. But you, child, are being built to last. There are people assigned to your voice, not to your perfection, not to your image, but to your authenticity. They will be drawn to the real, the raw, the redeemed you. You will speak, and they will be set free, not because you say it perfectly, but because you carry my presence. What once was your wound will become your weapon. What once was your prison will become your platform. Do not be afraid of the weight of what I'm giving you. I will carry it with you. I will surround you with those who uplift, not use. I will protect your name and silence the lies spoken against you. You don't need to defend yourself. I am your defender. You don't need to force the blessing. I am your provider. You don't need to fear being seen. I will cover you. And as you walk this path of promise, I will continue to shape you. Because transformation is not a moment, it's a journey. I'm still refining, still revealing, still removing, but not to harm you, to free you. I love you too much to let you remain the same. My love will never abandon you, but it will challenge you. It will stretch you. It will lead you out of comfort into calling. And yes, calling often feels costly, but I promise you, it's worth it. The impact of your obedience will ripple through generations. What you overcome now will break generational patterns for your family. What you build in faith will become a shelter for others. This isn't just about your personal peace, it's about kingdom influence, eternal significance, a legacy rooted in me. You may feel small in the scope of the world, but in my kingdom, you're mighty. I use the humble to shake nations. I use the yielded to spark revival. I use the ones who say yes, even trembling, to accomplish what the proud never could. So, if your heart is willing, I am ready to release more than you asked for, and greater than you imagine. And what you feel stirring inside right now, this quiet rising of courage, this unfamiliar strength, this holy anticipation's not hype. It's me. It's the evidence that the spirit within you is awakening to destiny. I'm calling you up, not out of shame, but into the fullness of what I've spoken over your life since the beginning. And as you walk in that fullness, you'll begin to see how every moment, every tear, every delay, every test was not random. It was woven with purpose. You'll understand why you had to go through the fire, why the waiting room was necessary, why I said no when you begged for yes. It will all become clear as I continue to unfold my heart and my plan for you, because the unveiling has begun. What was once obscured is coming into focus. What confused you before is aligning with revelation. You'll look back and say, now I see it. Now I understand. I never wasted a single moment of your pain. Every unanswered prayer, every door that didn't open, every delay, I used it all to position you for the exact place you are now standing. You are standing on holy ground. Not because everything around you is perfect, but because everything in you is being transformed. I am marking this place in your life as a divine turning point. You'll never go back to the way things were, because the old has passed. You have been reborn in faith, refined by fire, and made ready for the assignment ahead. And what's ahead is not small. It's not survival. It's not stagnation. It is movement, expansion, acceleration, not just external but internal. Your mind will expand to carry kingdom wisdom. Your heart will stretch to carry divine compassion. Your words will carry more weight, because they will come from the place of my present performance, not theory, but encounter. Others may not understand this shift in you. Some will be uncomfortable with your growth. They'll remember the version of you that played small, that stayed silent, that lived for their approval. But I have called you to rise, to evolve, to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You are not obligated to maintain an old version of yourself just to keep others comfortable. I didn't free you for that. You were made to move forward with clarity, with grace, with purpose. And that means saying no more often, saying yes with discernment, living from a place of overflow, not exhaustion. I am teaching you to steward not just your calling, but your energy, your time, your boundaries. Because what I pour into you is sacred, and you are responsible for how you carry it. There will be days when it's hard. Days when you'll feel the old pull toward fear, toward hiding, toward pleasing people. But remember this, you've already come through too much to go back now. You've been delivered from mindsets that nearly destroyed you. You've been rescued from patterns that drained the life out of you. And I'm not letting you slip back into that. Not now. Not ever. I will send reminders through my word, through divine conversations, through unexpected confirmations that you are still on the right path. I will guide you with such detail and care that you'll begin to expect my voice in everything, in decisions, in delays, in quiet moments, in the middle of conversations. You'll begin to live so aware of me that fear won't find a home in your heart anymore. And in that awareness, you will gain wisdom beyond your years. Not book knowledge, but divine insight. You'll know what to say when others are speechless. You'll recognize what's happening behind the scenes when others are confused. You'll see solutions where others only see problems, Because you won't be reacting to life, you'll be responding from revelation. I'm giving you eyes to see and ears to hear, not just for your sake, but for those I've assigned to you. You're not walking this alone. I've already appointed people to walk with you. Some will mentor you, some will protect you, others will partner with you, but all of them will be divinely aligned. You won't have to chase them. I will draw them to you by the magnet of purpose, and with the right people, your progress will multiply. What would have taken years will take months. What once drained you will now fuel you. I will bless the work of your hands not because you earned it, but because you trusted me with it. I'll cause favor to rest on you, not for attention, but for impact. I'll take your ordinary yes and make it extraordinary in my hands. This is what it looks like when purpose unfolds. It's not flashy, it's not always loud, but it is undeniable. The peace you carry will become a testimony. The joy that bubbles up even in hard moments will confuse those watching. They'll ask what changed, and you'll point to me. That is what I desire to be glorified through your transformation. You won't need to convince anyone. You won't need to prove anything. Your life will speak louder than your explanations. My fruit in you will do the talking. And when the world asks how you got through what should have destroyed you, you'll answer simply, God. And that one word will carry generations of grace and power. So keep walking, keep trusting, keep surrendering. The days ahead are rich with promise. They're filled with divine appointments, unexpected encounters, and the kind of favor that overtakes you without striving. You won't need to chase it. You'll simply walk in alignment and watch me fulfill what I promised, because I am not a man that I should lie, nor a son of man that I should change my mind. What I spoke over you will come to pass, not because of your perfection, but because of my integrity. I don't retract my promises when you stumble. I don't withdraw my calling when you're afraid. My word is not fragile, it is eternal. And the plans I have for you are still alive, still unfolding, still moving forward with power. You feared you missed it, that you somehow disqualified yourself, delayed your destiny, or disappointed me beyond repair. Let me speak truth to that fear. You can't ruin what I authored. You are not powerful enough to undo my grace. I accounted for your mistakes when I wrote your story. Nothing has surprised me. Nothing has thrown me off course. Every detour, every fall, every failure, I've woven it all into a divine masterpiece. You are still on schedule. Heaven is not panicking. I've been with you every step of the way, redeeming time, aligning opportunities, restoring what you thought was lost. And what I restore, I make better than before. Your latter days will be greater than your former. Not because of what you've done, but because of what I am doing through you now. The shift has already begun. And as the shift continues, so will the shedding. I'm calling you to travel light, to let go of the weight that's not yours to carry. Guilt, shame, old identities, toxic mindsets, unforgiveness. These are not your inheritance. I'm breaking them off now. You don't need them for where you're going. What you need is trust. What you need is intimacy with me. Everything else can fall away. You'll feel it. This Shadinga's clarity deepens as you stop chasing what doesn't feed your spirit, as you stop saying yes to things that drain your energy and silence your voice. I'm freeing you to say no without guilt, to walk away without shame, to live without performing, because who I created you to be is more powerful than who the world trained you to become. And as you become more youth, real you, the healed you, the loved you, you will become a magnet for purpose, opportunities that align, relationships that sharpen, environments that stretch but don't strangle. You will breathe easier. You will love deeper. You will see me in the ordinary, and you will know without a doubt that you are exactly where you're meant to be. I'm not just healing your heart. I'm healing your perspective. I'm showing you what's been true all along, that you're not broken beyond repair. You're not too late. You're not behind. You are becoming. You are blossoming. You are rising. And as you rise, the darkness that once clung to you will fall away, not because you fought harder, but because you surrendered deeper. Surrender is the key. It always has been. The world teaches you to grip tighter when afraid. I teach you to release, because in the release, you receive. In the letting go, you discover who I am and who you are in me. And what I have for you doesn't require striving, it requires surrender. That's where peace is. That's where power is. That's where you find rest for your soul. Rest is not laziness, it is faith in action. When you rest in me, you declare that I am enough, that my timing is perfect, that you are not forgotten, not abandoned, not overlooked. Resting in me means trusting that even when you do nothing, I am still working, still moving, still making a way where there seemed to be none. I know rest is difficult for you. You've learned to equate stillness with stagnation, but I'm teaching you now that the most powerful moves of my spirit often happen in stillness. That's where I speak the clearest. That's where I heal the deepest. That's where I restore what the battle tried to take. Don't fear the quiet. Embrace it. I am there. And in the quiet, I'll remind you of truths that have always been yours. You are chosen. You are clean. You are capable. You are covered. You are not just surviving, you are sent. Sent into this world with authority, with purpose, with divine backing. No more shrinking. No more second guessing. No more apologizing for the fire in your bones. Let that fire burn. Let it consume the lies. Let it light the path for others. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to say yes. Because every time you say yes to me, heaven moves. Angels are assigned. Chains are broken. And the kingdom expands through your obedience. So keep saying yes, even when afraid, even when unsure, even when weary. Because with each yes, you are stepping into deeper waters. And in those waters, you will not sink, you will soar. I will uphold you. I will equip you. I will anoint you afresh. And the world will begin to see not just what I've done for you, but what I'm doing through you. That's where we're heading. Into a life not of surviving or barely getting by, but of thriving in purpose, rooted in peace, walking in power. You'll no longer just believe it for others. You'll begin to live it for yourself. And as you begin to live it for yourself, everything changes. Your atmosphere, your rhythm, your relationships, each one will begin to reflect the transformation taking place inside you. Because this isn't just an internal shift, it's an overflow. The freedom I've given you will pour into every space you occupy. You will become a living testimony of my goodness, my power, and my unfailing love. No longer will you echo the limitations placed on you. You will speak from the authority of heaven. No longer will you bow to fear, you will walk in dominion. No longer will you dim your light to fit into places I never called you to remain. You will rise, boldly, freely, gratefully, and in doing so, you will invite others to rise as well. This is legacy, not built on wealth or applause or titles, but on a life fully surrendered, a heart wholly given, a soul intimately aligned with mine. That's what transforms cities. That's what heals generations. That's what stirs revival, not just in churches, but in living rooms, classrooms, boardrooms, and every corner of culture. You are my ambassador, not because of a title, but because of who you carry. And who you carry is me. My spirit lives in you. My anointing covers you. My angels surround you. My word equips you. And my presence goes before you. There is no situation you will face where I have not already made provision. There is no battle you will enter where I have not already declared victory. You are not a victim, you are a vessel of my glory. Walk with confidence, not arrogance. Let humility mark you. Let love guide you. Let truth anchor you, because in a world that is loud with confusion and pain, you will be a steady voice of peace. You will be a quiet force of healing. You will be a lighthouse in dark waters, not because you never struggled, but because you let me redeem your struggle into strength. There will still be challenges, yes. The path will not always be easy, but it will always be purposeful, and you will walk it with a deeper assurance than ever before, not that you know every step, but that you know the one who does. That is your advantage. That is your inheritance. Not perfection, but presence. Not answers, but access. You have access to me always, and in that access is joy. A joy that doesn't make sense. A joy that stands even when sorrow knocks. A joy that bubbles up from a place untouched by circumstances. That's what the world needs, not forced smiles, but genuine joy. And I'm placing it in you, deeply, so it spills out effortlessly. You'll laugh again, not the guarded laughter of someone waiting for the next letdown, but the full, rich laughter of someone who knows they are safe in my hands. You'll dream again, not with anxiety, but with wonder. You'll love again, not from a place of survival, but from abundance, because I have healed you from the inside out. There is nothing missing in you, nothing broken I haven't already begun to restore. You are not a project, I'm not patching you together. I've made you new. The old labels, the old shame, the old fears, they no longer define you. You are defined by my love, by my truth, by my unshakable promises. And as you go forward, don't be surprised when favor follows you. Don't be surprised when things begin to align quickly. You've planted in tears, but you will reap with joy. You've waited in faith. Now you will walk in fulfillment. And when the world asks how it happened, your answer will be simple and yet profound. God did it. Yes, I did it. I carried you. I refined you. I restored you. And now I'm releasing you into your calling, into your assignment, into your divine alignment. Go forward, not just with dreams, but with divine direction. Not just with inspiration, but with instruction. I will continue to lead. You will continue to hear. And together, we will do what eyes haven't seen and ears haven't heard. The time of hiding is over. The time of shrinking is done. You are seen. You are chosen. You are ready. And everything I've placed in you is rising now. Not for show, but for glory. Not for ego, but for impact. The world is waiting, and I've positioned you to carry my hope into every space you enter. My beloved, pause for a moment and listen. This is not a coincidence. Do not ignore what I am whispering into the depths of your heart. You have not stumbled upon these words by chance. I have brought you here, drawn you close with cords of eternal love, because I have something urgent, something life-changing to tell you. Look around and feel the atmosphere shift. I am here. This is holy ground. You've been wrestling in silence, haven't you? Smiling for others, while your soul groans in secret. You've tried to carry burdens too heavy for your own strength, believing perhaps that I had forgotten you or overlooked your pain. But no, never. I have seen it all. Every tear, every sigh, every prayer that felt unanswered. You were never alone, not even for a breath. And now, in this divine moment, I come to remind you, I am working behind the scenes, beyond your understanding, deep within the chaos. I am orchestrating miracles. Don't walk away from this word, for in it lies your breakthrough. My voice thunders through the quiet. Do not be afraid. I am with you. Yes, even now, even in the middle of uncertainty and despair. You may feel as though everything is against you, the odds, the circumstances, the people, even your own thoughts. But hear me clearly, your victory is near, closer than it has ever been. This is your moment. Your spirit recognizes it. There is a stirring in your soul because my spirit is hovering over you, ready to breathe life into the dry bones of your situation. You are about to experience a supernatural revelation, a turning point, a divine shift that only faith can unlock. If you come to me with the heart of a child, trusting, open, willing, I will move mightily in your life. Yes, I know the turmoil within. I know how confusion has echoed through your mind, making it hard to discern my gentle call. You've been trying to silence the noise but still feel overwhelmed. But now, my child, listen closely. Lay down the frustration. Forgive yourself. I never expected you to be perfect. I only ask that you come as you are. Tired? I see it. Weary? I know. Ready to give up? Not anymore. Because this is where my power begins, where your strength ends. I am your rest in exhaustion. I am your clarity in confusion. And now I say, rise. Look at your situation not through the eyes of fear, but through the eyes of faith. The darkness you fear is nothing compared to the light I am releasing upon you. The enemies who hide and whisper lies will fall in the presence of my truth. Let this word reignite the fire of my love in you. You were never meant to be extinguished by the storm. You were made for battle, not to be crushed, but to stand, to rise, to conquer. You will jump over walls. You will overcome armies. You will stand firm like a champion in the middle of the fiercest war. Not because of your own strength, but because I, the Lord your God, am with you. And when I fight for you, who can stand against you? Let not the voices of slander trouble your heart. Let not the threatening winds disturb your peace. I am your Father, your protector, and you are as dear to me as a small child in a mother's arms. I cover you with my arm. No enemy, no problem, no force is greater than me. I will provide for you. I will defend you. I will exalt you. The proud will fall, but I will lift you high because you have remained humble before me. You have given much. You've prayed through the night, wept on your knees, and still chosen to trust. That has not gone unnoticed. I have stored every one of your prayers, and now I begin to pour out answers. The season of sowing with tears is turning into a harvest of joy. Can you feel it? That flutter in your chest? That rising hope? That's me. That's the evidence of my spirit moving already. I am transforming you. The old is passing away. The things that have haunted you, shame, regret, pain, they are losing their grip. Your heart is being made new. Your soul is being restored. Your past no longer defines you. You are not what you did, nor what was done to you. You are mine fully, forever, undeniably mine. Every morning when you rise in prayer, you build a foundation that cannot be shaken. And when fear creeps in, remember, I am your rock, your shelter, your unshakable stronghold. Even now, in your weakness, my strength is being made perfect. So come run into my arms. Lay down your sword. Let me fight the battle. You've carried this burden long enough. Now, watch what I will do. You are about to receive a miracle, powerful and surprising. You will know it's from me because it will arrive in a way no man could orchestrate. It will restore what was broken, heal what was wounded, and fulfill what I promised. Your faith, though tested, has not gone unnoticed, and now it will be rewarded. I want you to understand something deep. When you speak to me, I listen, always. And when you don't know what to say, I still understand the cries of your heart. So don't stop talking to me. Keep the connection open. Let me teach you to hear my voice in new ways, through scripture, through my peace, through signs you cannot miss. I am training your spirit to recognize me more clearly. I am sharpening your discernment. This is not just about comfort, this is about preparation. Because what is coming will require your full attention. I am raising you to be a beacon of hope to others. I will make you strong, not just for yourself, but for those around you. You will lead others out of darkness because you've walked through it and found the light. You will be my mouthpiece, my example, my miracle in motion. And just when you think you've seen all I can do, I'll show you more. Let your heart begin to beat again, not from anxiety, but from expectancy. Your life is not finished. In fact, it's only beginning. Let this word be the first step into the new season I've been preparing for you. And as we move forward together, I'll begin to show you what's next, a future filled with, my goodness. You've taken the first step, my child. And now I lead you further into the transformation I have ordained for your life. Do not hesitate. Do not second-guess my timing. For I, the Lord your God, do not operate on human schedules. I move in Kairos divine time, and today is your appointed time, the moment where things begin to shift in your favor, not because circumstances are perfect, but because you have chosen to trust me, even when they are not. Yes, I have seen how you've tried to make sense of the chaos, how you've wondered, why now, why me, why this pain? But I tell you, what the enemy meant for harm, I am already turning for good. Every trial, every loss, every disappointment has not been wasted. I am using all of it to shape you, refine you, and lift you into the destiny I wrote for you before you were even born. I know it hurts. I know how much you've carried the secret fears, the silent battles, the nights you cried when no one saw. I was there. Every tear that hit your pillow was known to me. Not one of them fell without my notice. And now I say to you, those who sow in tears will reap with shouts of joy. This is not poetry. This is promise. And my promises never return void. Do you feel that trembling in your soul? That is my spirit awakening you. You have lived too long with spiritual fatigue, but I am reviving you. I am blowing life into what looked dead. That relationship you thought was impossible to mend, I can restore it. That dream you buried because it seemed too far gone, I will resurrect it. That calling you felt so long ago, now barely a whisper, I will speak it loud again, because I do not forget. I do not change. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. And I have not given up on you. The storms you're facing right now are not signs of failure. They are signs of birthing. Just as a woman endures great pain before bringing life into the world, so too are you in a season of spiritual labor. And I am your midwife, guiding you through the contraction and pushing you toward the miracle. You will not miscarry your purpose. You will not lose the promise. What I began in you, I will bring to completion. Do not look at what's around you, look at who is with you. I am not distant. I am present. When you walk through fire, I walk with you. When you pass through the waters, they will not overwhelm you. Your identity is not in your failure, nor in your past. Your identity is in me. You are chosen, called, anointed, set apart for such a time as this. So I tell you again, stop trying to do this in your own strength. No more striving, no more struggling. Let me carry you. Let me speak to your heart in the stillness. There's power in surrender. When you release control, you create space for me to work miracles. And I promise you, child, I still do miracles. You've asked for confirmation. You've pleaded for a sign. Let this be it. Let these words burn in your soul like fire shut up in your bones. I am not just the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I am your God. I am personal. I know your name. I know your thoughts. And I know the deepest cries of your heart, even the ones you cannot articulate. You have looked at your family, your home, your circumstances, and asked if anything could ever change. My answer is this: I am already changing it. I am moving hearts. I am shifting atmospheres. I am healing generational wounds. The curse that plagued your bloodline stops with you. You are the turning point. You are the one I chose to break the cycle and begin a legacy of faith and favor. But I need your full attention. I need you to listen not just with your ears, but with your spirit. I am speaking in ways you didn't expect. Through people, through dreams, through moments that seem ordinary but are divinely orchestrated. Do not brush them off. I am writing my love letters in your everyday life. Read them, receive them, and let me change the way you see yourself. No longer call yourself a failure. No longer label yourself by what others said or did. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. You are not too late, too broken, too far gone. You are my beloved, and I have crowned you with compassion and clothed you with righteousness. I have put my spirit within you. That is your true identity. I am not done with you. In fact, I am just beginning. Your prayers have reached my throne. I have heard the desperation, the longing, the pleas, and I am not ignoring them, but I am more interested in transformation than in shortcuts. I will not just pull you out, I will raise you up. I will strengthen your character, purify your motives, and build your resilience so that when the blessing comes, you will be ready to carry it with wisdom. And yes, it will come. There are doors opening in the spirit right now. Doors of favor, of reconciliation, of provision, but you must walk through them with courage. Fear will try to hold you back. Doubt will whisper its lies. But I have already equipped you with everything you need. You are not lacking. You are not weak. You are empowered by my spirit. Do not let the accuser have the final word. Do not let shame silence your song. Lift your voice again. Worship in the middle of the war. Praise before the breakthrough, because praise shifts the atmosphere. It confuses the enemy. It invites my presence in ways nothing else can. Let your home become an altar. Let your words be filled with life. Let your hands bless, your eyes see hope, your heart overflow with gratitude, because where gratitude flows, miracles grow. I am the Lord your God, and I tell you now, the winds are changing. Where there was confusion, I am bringing clarity. Where there was chaos, I am declaring peace. Where there was drought, I am releasing the rain of my spirit to nourish every dry place in your life. You've been walking through a desert, yes, but the wilderness is not your final destination. It is the sacred path to your promised land. Do not despise the process, for I have been walking with you through it all. I know the thoughts you've entertained, that you are behind, that others are ahead, that you have missed your moment. But those are lies from the pit, meant to discourage your soul. I do not measure success as the world does. I do not use their clocks or their calendars. I see your heart. I see your faithfulness. I see the moments you chose obedience when it cost you everything. And I tell you, not one act of obedience has gone unnoticed. Not one moment of surrender has been forgotten. I am shifting the soil beneath your feet. Foundations that were built on fear, doubt, or pride are being broken down, not to destroy you, but to rebuild you stronger. I am reestablishing your house on truth, on humility, on unshakable faith. And what I am building will last. It will not be moved by storms. It will not crumble under pressure. Because I, the master builder, am the architect of your destiny. You've asked me for peace. And I say to you, peace is not the absence of problems. Peace is my presence in the middle of them. I am not waiting for the storm to pass before I bless you. I bless you in the storm. I anoint you in the storm. I give you strength to walk on water, faith to silence the wind, and courage to move forward, even when the path is not clear. I'm not just fixing circumstances around you. I'm transforming the atmosphere within you. That heaviness you've been carrying, the weight on your chest, the racing thoughts, the silent dread, I'm lifting it now. In my name, fear must bow. Anxiety must flee. Depression loses its grip. You are not a prisoner to emotions. You are not a victim of circumstance. You are more than a conqueror through me. Listen closely. I am doing a new thing. Can you not perceive it? It's already beginning. The old is passing away. The stale routines, the toxic relationships, the mental strongholds, they are being broken. I am removing what cannot go with you into the next season. It may feel like loss, but it is actually divine protection. Let go of what I am releasing. Trust that what's ahead is far greater than what's behind. I am changing your heart too. The bitterness that took root through past pain, I'm pulling it out. The anger that simmered in secret, I'm soothing it. The unforgiveness that stole your peace, I'm melting it with my love. Let me touch those deep places, the ones you've kept hidden, even from yourself. I already see them, and I do not shame you, I heal you. Your identity is being reborn. You are not defined by your failures. You are not identified by your trauma. You are not labeled by your mistakes. You are defined by my love, and my love calls you chosen. My love calls you redeemed. My love calls you mine. You will see me change things in your family. You've been praying and I have heard. There are seeds you've sown that are just now breaking through the soil. Don't grow weary. Don't stop speaking life. Your home will become a sanctuary. The hard hearts you've been burdened for, I'm softening them. The arguments, the tension, the estrangement, I'm turning them around. You will see unity where there was division. You will see laughter where there was silence. You will see me move in your household like never before. And I'm not stopping there. Your dreams, the ones you shelved because they seemed unrealistic or too big, I'm breathing life into them again. What you thought was over, I call alive. What you called impossible, I call already done. Begin to dream again, my child. Dream with me. Let me show you visions in the night and give you strategies in the day. Let me partner with you to bring heaven to earth through your calling, your work, your gifts, but do not build without me. Let me be the foundation. Let every plan be submitted to my wisdom, because when you build with me, failure is not your portion, favor is. I will open doors no man can shut. I will send divine appointments, unexpected resources, and supernatural acceleration. But your heart must stay aligned. Do not chase the blessing, chase me, and the blessings will follow. There is a reason I have waited until now. I needed to prepare you. I needed to purify your motives, strengthen your backbone, and stretch your faith. The weight of your calling is great, and I needed to ensure that your foundation was deep enough to hold the glory I am about to place upon your life. You are ready now. You may not feel it, but faith is not a feeling. It is a decision to believe me, even when you cannot see. So decide. Choose me fully. Let your yes be bold and unwavering. Let it echo through the heavens and silence every lie of the enemy. You belong to me, and because of that, no weapon formed against you will prosper. No curse will stick. No accusation will stand. I have covered you with my blood. I have marked you as mine, and I have declared over you, you will rise. My beloved child, you have heard my words, and I see how your heart is responding. The chains that once bound your confidence are loosening. The fog of confusion is beginning to clear. Now I say, rise, not only in your faith, but in your identity. I am awakening in you the warrior spirit I placed within you since before your first breath. Yes, you were created for more than survival. You were destined for victory. You ask, how do I fight? The answer is simple yet divine. With my word, with your worship, and with unwavering faith. The battlefield you stand on is not made of soil and stone, it is spiritual, and the weapons I give you are mighty through me to tear down every stronghold. When you open your mouth and speak my promises, the heavens respond, and the darkness trembles. You are not powerless. On the contrary, you are filled with power from on high. Do not let the enemy's lies deceive you any longer. You have authority not because of your perfection, but because of my presence within you. I have clothed you in armor that cannot be pierced. The belt of truth, the breastplate of righteousness, the shoes of peace, the shield of faith, the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit. And with every piece, I am fortifying you for the days ahead. You are protected. You are equipped. You are never alone in the battle. You've been timid, hesitant to believe that I could truly use you. But I remind you now, it is not about your qualifications. I do not choose the strongest, the loudest, or the most prepared by earthly standards. I choose the willing, the surrendered, the ones who say, "Here I am, Lord, use me." And you, yes, you are the one I have chosen. Now walk boldly into your calling. Begin to see yourself not as the world sees you, but as I see you. I call you light in the darkness. I call you salt to the earth. I call you a vessel of my glory. And when you speak life into others, you are echoing my voice. Do not underestimate the impact of your words. You carry resurrection power on your tongue. Use it wisely. Speak truth. Speak love. Speak destiny into dry bones. There will be resistance expected, but do not fear it. Every attack sent against you will only elevate your testimony. Every opposition is an opportunity for my power to be made visible. And when you feel weak, do not hide. Come to me. Lean on me. Rest in me. My grace is sufficient for you, and in your weakness, my strength is made perfect. Do not fear the unknown. I go before you. I surround you. I cover your rear guard. Nothing surprises me. No battle catches me off guard. I hold your future securely in my hands. And not only will I bring you through the fire, but I will also use the fire to purify you. You will come out refined, shining like gold, and carrying a weight of glory that cannot be taken from you. You must understand the authority I give you is not just for your own life. It's for your home, for your children, for your community, for every place your feet tread. You are a spiritual gatekeeper. Where you go, my presence goes. Where you speak, my truth echoes. When you pray, angels are dispatched. Heaven listens. So begin to walk with intention. Every morning, dress yourself not just with clothes, but with my armor. Speak my promises aloud. Declare victory before the battle begins. Anoint your home. Pray over your loved ones. Stand in the gap for those who are lost. You are not just living for yourself anymore. You are advancing my kingdom. And this is only the beginning. I'm also bringing a holy alignment to your life. Where there has been disorder, I am establishing divine order. I am removing relationships that drain your spirit and replacing them with people who will sharpen, encourage, and walk with you in truth. Pay attention. Some exits may hurt, but they are necessary. Do not chase after what I have removed. Trust me. I know what's ahead, and I am preparing the way for the right voices, the right hands, the right counsel to walk with you. You've asked me for signs, and I've been speaking through the scripture, through dreams, through confirmations you can no longer ignore. But now I want to go deeper. I want to teach you to hear me not just in the obvious, but in the still small voice. That whisper in your spirit that aligns with peace, even when logic cannot understand it. That gentle nudge that pushes you to love, to forgive, to speak life when silence would be easier. You will learn my voice the more you listen. And as you grow in discernment, you will begin to see how I move in every area of your life. No moment is wasted. No step is in vain. Every detail, even the detours, are woven into my plan for your good. And now, child, prepare for an outpouring. I am sending a fresh wind of my spirit over your life. Dreams you forgot will resurface. Ideas will come in the quiet. Creativity will be stirred. Your hands will be blessed. Your mind will be sharpened. Your body will feel renewed. This is not just revival, it is restoration. I am restoring what was lost. Time, resources, relationships, confidence. I am giving it back multiplied. You will testify of my goodness. Others will ask, what changed? And you will say, I met the voice of God, and He changed everything. You will not boast in yourself, you will boast in me. And that humility will make room for even more favor. So hold on, my child. The journey ahead is filled with light. Even if shadows try to form around you, they cannot overcome the light I've placed within you. And that light will draw others. You are a beacon, a lighthouse for the broken, the weary, the forgotten. And through you, I will bring healing. My precious one, now I unveil the truth you've needed to hear for so long. Nothing you've walked through has been in vain. Every delay, every disappointment, every closed door, and every painful moment has been part of my divine orchestration. What you saw as failure, I have used for formation. What you thought was the end, I was using as the beginning of something far greater. My child, do not measure the value of your life by moments of silence. I have never stopped speaking. I have never stopped working. There were seasons when the heavens felt like brass. You prayed, you cried, and it seemed I was distant, but I was never far. I was closer than your very breath. I was teaching you to trust without seeing, to believe without feeling, to walk by faith and not by sight. I was developing a depth in you that shallow waters could never cultivate. I allowed the pause so your roots could grow deep. And now, because your roots have reached the living water, you are ready to bear fruit that will last. Can you see now that my silence was not absence but strategy? I was stripping away the noise so you could hear me more clearly. I was removing the scaffolding of human dependency so you could lean fully on me. I was pruning you, yes, but only because you were destined to bear much fruit. And now, the harvest is upon you. What you have waited for, prayed for, wept for its coming. In this holy moment, I want you to surrender not only your fears but your understanding. Release your grip on the how and the when. Your role is not to orchestrate, it is to obey. I will take care of the outcome. My timing is perfect. My plan is sovereign. When I make a promise, it is already sealed in eternity. Your breakthrough may not look like you imagined, but it will be far better than anything you dared to dream. You have trusted me in the shadows. Now watch as I bring you into the light. Watch how I take the broken pieces of your story and form something breathtaking. Others will marvel, but you will know it was my hand. It was my mercy. It was my favor. You will walk into rooms that once rejected you, and they will open to you with honor, not because of your strength, but because of my glory resting upon you. Yes, my glory. It is not a fleeting feeling. It is the tangible weight of my presence on your life, and it is increasing. I am resting on you with purpose. The oil that flows over you now is not only for healing, but for calling. I am anointing you to go where others would not dare. I am equipping you to speak where others have been silent. I am preparing you to be a vessel of light in places others abandon. And I want you to know this. I trust you. I trust you with this oil, with this assignment, with this influence I am giving you. Because you have been faithful in the small, I will now entrust you with more. But never forget, your identity is not in what you do for me. It is in who you are to me. You are my child. That is your highest calling. Everything else flows from that truth. I am healing the inner places, the parts of you that were wounded in silence, the trauma that others ignored, the burdens that were dismissed. I have seen them, and I am binding them up. I am pouring balm over old scars. I am replacing shame with dignity. I am taking your ashes and giving you beauty. No more pretending to be fine when your heart is breaking. Come to me as you are, and I will restore what was stolen, and I will restore joy. Not temporary happiness, but deep, unshakable joy, the kind that bubbles up even when circumstances are hard. You will laugh again. You will dance again. You will sing again. The heaviness is lifting. My spirit is breathing into your soul fresh wind, and where there was sorrow, there will be celebration. You are about to step into rooms that you didn't qualify for, receive blessings you didn't earn, and walk through doors that were sealed shut for years, all because of my favor. People will look and ask, "How did this happen?" And you will smile, knowing it was me, your Father, who did what no man could do. I open doors that no one can shut, and when I bless, it is without sorrow. But remember, the blessing is never the goal. I am. Keep your eyes fixed on me. Seek first my kingdom and my righteousness, and everything else will follow. I will supply all your needs. I will align your path. I will sustain you in every season. But above all, I long for intimacy with you. More than your service, I want your heart. Do not let your heart be hardened by delay. Do not let disappointment rob you of expectation. Hope again. Dream again. Trust again. I have not forgotten you. I have not changed my mind about you. My word over your life still stands. Every promise is yes and amen in me. And now, child, prepare for release. I am releasing the past, its regrets, its labels, its limitations. I am releasing your spirit to fly again, to believe again, to build again. I am releasing provision from unexpected places. I am sending help, favor, wisdom, and divine partnerships. But most of all, I am releasing you from the weight of trying to be enough. You don't have to earn my love. You already have it. You don't have to perform to stay in my presence. You already belong. And now, I want to show you what life looks like when you live from rest, not striving, from acceptance, not fear, from sonship, not slavery. You will walk in freedom. You will sleep in peace. You will speak with confidence. You will lead with compassion, because you carry me, and I never send you empty-handed. Now, my beloved, lift your eyes from your own healing, because I am expanding your heart to carry mine. The love I've poured into you was never meant to stop with you. It is meant to overflow. This new strength, this new peace, this fire in your soul, it is for others. You are not just a recipient of my grace. You are now a carrier of my glory. I have prepared you, molded you, and now I release you to be my voice, my hands, my compassion in a world that is groaning for hope. You will notice it, hearts aching around you, the quiet despair in someone's eyes, the hidden pain in their smile. The people you once passed by will now shine like signals in your spirit, because I will give you discernment. You will feel what they feel. You will sense their need before they even speak it. That is not a burden, it is a gift. I am trusting you to carry my heart. Begin to speak life wherever you go. A simple word, guided by my spirit, will become a seed of transformation in someone's soul. You will not need grand sermons or loud voices. Your kindness will be loud enough. Your consistency will scream louder than the enemy's lies. Your patience will become a shelter. Your wisdom will be a stream in a desert. And when you open your mouth in my name, healing will flow. You ask, "But who am I, Lord, to carry such responsibility?" And I say, "You are exactly who I've chosen, because you know what it is to be broken. You know what it feels like to be overlooked. You have walked through fire and come out carrying the fragrance of faith. That empathy, that humility, it makes you dangerous to darkness and precious to me. That's why I'm raising you now, because you won't use this calling for pride, but for mercy. I will use your story. Nothing will be wasted. Every failure, every season of lack, every moment of grief, I will turn it all into a testimony that will unlock others from their prisons. You will speak and shackles will fall. You will pray and atmospheres will shift. Because it's not about your strength, It's about my spirit working through your surrendered vessel. Do not be afraid to speak boldly. There will be times I ask you to say something uncomfortable. You may feel nervous. You may feel inadequate. But open your mouth in obedience, and I will fill it with fire and truth. Some will resist you. Others will reject you. But many will listen, and they will rise because of the words you deliver with my authority. I will teach you when to speak and when to be silent, when to extend a hand and when to simply be present. Ministry is not always a microphone often. It's a moment, a glance, a gesture, a prayer whispered in secret. These small acts, done in my love, release heavenly power. Never underestimate what I can do through your obedience. You are a builder in my kingdom. I am calling you to rebuild broken altars in your family, in your friendships, even in places where religion has wounded people's hearts. You will not carry religion, you will carry relationship. You will show them my heart, not just my rules. You will embody my grace, not just my expectations. Through you, they will see that I am not angry, distant, or impossible to please. They will see that I am near, loving, and full of mercy. And yes, the enemy will try to stop this. He will attack your mind, sow doubt, stir insecurity. But do not fear. He cannot silence what I have awakened in you. Your authority is not based on your feelings. It is sealed by my spirit. You will overcome every attack by staying hidden in me. Stay rooted in my word. Stay close to my presence. Your power flows from your intimacy with me. I will also give you divine strategies. You will know when to speak into someone's life. You will know when to pray, when to fast, when to act. I will give you dreams and visions. I will confirm my word through scripture and through others. I am not sending you out blindly. I am going before you and preparing the way. Trust me, I know exactly what I'm doing. The more you pour out, the more I will fill you. Your well will not run dry. In fact, the more you give, the more you will receive. Joy will overflow. Peace will become your default. Favor will follow you. I will protect your family, provide for your needs, and shield your heart as you serve others. You will see miracles not just in your life, but through your life. You will lay hands on the sick, and they will recover. You will pray for the desperate, and they will find hope. You will speak life over the addicted and the bound, and they will begin to walk free. You will be a lighthouse in a storm, a steady flame in a dark room, a living testimony that I still move. This is your new identity. You are a healer, a restorer, a messenger, a warrior, and a child of light. You were never meant to blend in, you were born to stand out. Not for attention, but for impact. The world needs what you carry. Creation is groaning for sons and daughters of light to rise. And you, yes, you are among them. But never forget, your greatest ministry is still your heart before me. Never trade your intimacy with me for activity. Do not run ahead of me, nor lag behind. Walk with me. Talk with me. Rest with me. Let everything you do flow from this relationship. Because when you're with me, you'll never burn out. You'll burn bright. Now, beloved, prepare yourself to receive the abundance I have reserved for you, not just in material things, but in the depths of your soul, in the wholeness of your emotions, in the overflowing of peace and purpose. You were not created to merely survive, to endure with clenched fists and silent prayers. You were created to thrive in me, to overflow with joy, to walk in divine provision, and to carry a contagious hope that transforms everyone around you. Too long have you believed that lack was your portion. Too long have you adjusted your dreams to fit the limits of your situation. But I am not a God of limits. I am the God of more than enough. I hold the cattle on 1,000 hills, And yet, I concern myself with your daily bread. I watch over the sparrow, and yet, I clothe you with glory and favor. You are not forsaken. You are not overlooked. I have heard your cry, and now I release abundance over your life. But you must learn to see it first, not with your natural eyes, but with your spirit. What you call scarcity, I call preparation. What you see as delay, I call divine timing. What you interpret as failure, I use as a platform for a greater release. Do not be deceived by what your bank account says or what your environment screams. Lift your eyes. Look to me. I am your source. I am your provider, and I am about to open rivers in the desert. You've been faithful with little, now I will trust you with much. But I must teach you first. Abundance begins in the heart. It starts with trust, with gratitude, with stewardship. If you will honor me with your first fruits, with the best of what I give you, I will open the windows of heaven and pour out so much that you will not have room to contain it. I bless not to indulge, but to empower. You will not be a reservoir, you will be a river. Yes, I will bless your finances. I will release opportunities. I will send provision from places you never imagined. But more than that, I will bless your relationships. I will pour peace into your home. I will heal the brokenness in your marriage. I will restore the connection between parents and children. I will surround you with voices that speak life, not death. I will protect your heart from betrayal and your soul from loneliness. I am bringing divine order into your life. The chaos that has robbed you of rest, I rebuke it now. The stress that has drained your joy, I am replacing it with supernatural calm. You will lay your head on your pillow and sleep soundly. You will wake up refreshed, not overwhelmed. You will face the day with clarity and confidence. Why? Because I am anchoring you in my presence. You've prayed for promotion, and I have heard. But promotion begins with preparation. I am giving you wisdom beyond your years. I am teaching you to lead with humility, to influence with integrity, to prosper without pride. I am training your hands for war and your heart for service. You will not just rise, you will elevate others. I will use your success as a staircase for others to climb higher. You've seen others blessed and wondered when your time would come. The enemy whispered that you were forgotten. But now hear me clearly. You are not behind. You are being positioned. What I am building in you is deeper than temporary applause. I am constructing a legacy, not just a moment. And what I give, no man can take away. I will give you vision, clear, focused, heaven-breathed vision. You will write the plans. You will walk through open doors. You will move with precision. No more guessing. No more circles. This next season will be marked by divine direction. Your steps will be ordered. Your timing will be guided. Your efforts will be multiplied. Even now, I am shifting things in your favor. Papers are moving. Decisions are being made behind closed doors. People are being stirred to help you. Favor is chasing you down. Resources are being released. And when it comes, it will be sudden. It will be undeniable. And it will be me. But don't just receive it, guard it. Protect your peace. Protect your time. Protect your mind. Don't allow the enemy to distract you with noise and nonsense. Don't let the opinions of others drown out my voice. Stay focused. Stay rooted. Stay grateful. Because gratitude unlocks more. Thankfulness multiplies what you have. And praise creates a throne for me to dwell in your midst. And I say again, this is not just about wealth. This is about well-being, about wholeness. I want your soul to prosper. I want your thoughts to align with my truth. I want your emotions to rest in my love. I want your body to reflect the health I designed for you. Abundance is not just what you hold in your hands, it's what overflows from your spirit. You will speak with clarity. You will walk with authority. You will dream with confidence, because you know whose you are and what I've placed within you. You were not made to live under oppression, under guilt, under fear. You were created to live free, fully alive, fully blessed, fully surrendered. So now, I ask you, will you believe me for more? Will you trust me beyond your past experiences? Will you let me expand your heart, stretch your faith, and surprise you with my goodness? Because if you do, the next part of this journey will be miraculous. I will begin to train your eyes to see the supernatural in the natural. You will no longer be moved by appearances, but by revelation. And I will teach you to recognize my hand even in the small, even in the ordinary. You will become fluent in my language of abundance. My child, now that you have received my abundance, you must learn to walk in it with wisdom and discernment. For every gift I release, I also provide the keys to guard it. The enemy does not rest, and when he sees you blessed, he will attempt to distract, divide, and deceive. But do not fear, I have not left you unequipped. I am giving you strategies straight from my heart to protect your promise, your peace, and your purpose. The first gate you must guard is your heart. From it flows the wellspring of life. Do not let bitterness, offense, or comparison find a foothold. These are small seeds that grow into mighty trees of destruction if left unchecked. You must forgive quickly, bless freely, let go of the need to be understood or vindicated. I will defend you. I will justify you. I will bring truth to the surface in due time. Your job is to keep your heart soft, not scarred. Pay close attention to your thought life. What you meditate on becomes the lens through which you see the world. If the enemy can plant seeds of fear, insecurity, or doubt, he can distort your vision. That's why I've given you my word, not just to read, but to declare, to live, to breathe. Let it saturate your mind until every lie is exposed and replaced with truth. Take every thought captive. Do not let your mind wander to places I never led you. There will be voices, some subtle, some loud, that will try to derail your focus. Not every opportunity is from me. Not every open door leads to life. That's why discernment is vital. Do not chase platforms. Do not run after applause. Follow peace. Follow purpose. Follow my presence. When I open a door, you won't have to force it. You'll feel my wind at your back. Protect your time. The busier you become, the easier it is to drift from intimacy with me. Ministry, service, ambition, even good things, can become distractions if they replace your quiet time with me. Schedule time for silence. Make room for my whisper. Do not allow the urgent to steal from the important. I would rather have 10 minutes of your undivided heart than hours of distracted service. And guard your relationships. The people you surround yourself with will either sharpen your calling or dull it. I am placing kingdom connections in your life, people who carry vision, accountability, faith, and love. Welcome them. Walk with them. Learn from them. But also be willing to release relationships that pull you into old patterns. Not everyone can go where I'm taking you. And that's not rejection. That's protection. I'm also teaching you to recognize spiritual warfare. When opposition comes, don't panic. Don't complain. Take your place. You have authority. You are not a helpless target. You are a soldier in my army. Use the weapons I've given you. Pray in the Spirit. Worship with intensity. Declare my word with boldness. Bind what must be bound. Loose what must be loosed. And stand. Having done all, stand. Sometimes the battle will be subtle, weariness, discouragement, confusion. But remember, I've given you discernment. When you feel it, don't ignore it. Come to me. I will reveal the root. I will give you insight, and I will strengthen your hands for war. You are not alone in the fight. Hosts of angels surround you. Heaven backs you, and I, your commander, never lose. But guarding is not only about defending, it's also about cultivating. You must tend the garden of your soul, water it with worship, fertilize it with faith, expose it to the light of my truth. When you invest in your inner life, you will see fruit on the outside. Love, joy, peace, patience. These are not unreachable ideals. They are the natural result of walking closely with me. I am also calling you to guard the vision I've placed in your heart. Write it down. Pray over it. Speak it aloud. Don't share it with everyone. Some will misunderstand. Others will try to distort it. Be wise. Be patient. Wait for my timing. When it's time to build, I'll bring the resources. When it's time to speak, I'll bring the audience. Until then, protect what's sacred. Guard what's growing. Your mouth has power, use it wisely. Speak only what builds, not what breaks. Speak only what heals, not what harms. Your words can shift atmospheres. Your declarations can shake the heavens. So don't use your voice for complaining. Use it for creating. Declare life over your family. Speak destiny over your children. Bless your home with your prayers. And do not let pride enter your heart. Stay low before me. The higher I take you, the deeper your humility must go. Remember, it's not by your strength, but by my spirit. If you exalt yourself, you will fall. But if you walk humbly, I will lift you in due time. Stay teachable, stay pure, stay yielded. That is the posture of power. You are being trained not just for survival, but for impact. The protection I'm teaching you is not out of fear, it's preparation. Because what I'm building in your life will require strength to sustain. I don't just want you to start well, I want you to finish strong. And that will only happen if you guard what I've entrusted to you. This is sacred ground. This is holy work. And you are my chosen vessel. Now, my beloved child, I lift the veil and show you the scope of your influence, far greater than you imagined, deeper than you've dared to believe. I have not hidden you to punish you, but to prepare you. The season of obscurity was not rejection. It was refinement. I needed to hide you in the secret place, to mold your heart, to silence the voices that tried to define you, and to teach you to hear mine alone. But now I bring you into visibility, not for your glory, but for mine. You are a lamp that I refuse to keep under a basket. I have placed my light in you so that it may shine in the darkest corners of the earth. You are not merely a light for your home, your street, your town. You are a light for the world. Your influence will reach farther than your feet have walked. Your words will travel farther than your voice can carry. Because what I'm doing in you is eternal, and eternity leaves echoes across generations. Do not be afraid of influence. Do not shrink back in false humility, thinking, "Who am I to lead, to speak, to shine?" You are mine. That is enough. I have marked you. I have anointed you. I have given you wisdom from above, not learned in books or taught by men, but received in the quiet places where only I could speak. What you carry is rare, and it is needed. I will use your life as a canvas to display my goodness. You will become a living testimony that I still heal, still restore, still raise the broken, and use the forgotten. When people look at you, they will not see perfection, they will see redemption. They will see scars turned to stars, ashes turned to beauty, mourning turned to dancing, and they will know it was me. I will send you to people who are desperate. Some will be leaders. Some will be outcasts. Some will be hidden in plain sight, aching for someone to see them. You will be that someone. You will see what others overlook. You will speak to the gold beneath their dust. You will call out destiny where others only see damage, because you know what it is to be pulled out of the pit. And now you will pull others with compassion, not judgment. I will give you platforms. Not all will look like stages. Some will be in offices, others in schools, on sidewalks, online, Do not despise the place. Whether large or small, whether seen or hidden, every platform is holy if I place you there. Your words, your presence, your faith, they will echo my love. And many will be changed not because of how loudly you speak, but how purely you love. Your influence will carry authority, but it must be but how purely you love. Your influence will carry authority, but it must be stewarded with integrity. You must stay grounded in me. Stay rooted in prayer. Do not chase approval. Do not perform. Let authenticity be your banner. Let humility be your posture. You do not need to prove yourself, you need only to reflect me. The spotlight is not for your comfort, but for my glory. When I exalt you, it will be to exalt my name. So point every heart back to me. Deflect praise. Redirect glory. Keep your heart clean, and I will increase your reach. As you remain low, I will raise you high, not to be idolized, but to illuminate my truth. To a generation drowning in deception, there are souls connected to your obedience. Every time you speak what I've told you, someone's chains will loosen. Every time you step in boldness, someone's fear will break. Every time you love without condition, someone's heart will open. You are not just a person with potential, you are a messenger, an ambassador, a carrier of the culture of heaven. You've prayed for revival, and now I say, let it begin with you. Revival is not a crowd, it is a spark, and that spark lives in you. Your worship is fire, your surrender is fuel, your obedience is wind. As you move with me, flames will spread. Watch how my spirit moves in the coffee shop, the classroom, the boardroom, the hospital room. You are a spark igniter. Revival will not be an event, it will be a lifestyle. You must also be prepared to be misunderstood. Light exposes darkness. Truth disrupts lies. Some will resist you, some will mock. But fear not, I was mocked too. And even in rejection you are blessed. Keep shining, keep loving, keep declaring. Your reward is not from man, it is from me. And I never fail to honor those who stand for me. I will give you supernatural confidence, not arrogance, but the courage to be fully who I've created you to be. You will stop apologizing for your light. You will no longer dim yourself to make others comfortable. You will not shrink to fit broken spaces. You will walk tall, with joy, with compassion, with holy boldness, knowing that I go before you. Everywhere you go, you will leave a fragrance, the scent of heaven. People will not always be able to name it, but they will feel it. Peace in your presence, rest in your words, safety in your smile. And in time they will ask, what is it about you? And you will say, it's not me, it's him. Now, beloved, understand this is only the beginning. Your light will not fade. Your influence will not be stolen. I am your shield and your reward. As you pour out, I will fill. As you stretch, I will supply. As you speak, I will anoint. You are not moving alone. You are moving with me. Now, my child, stand still and know I am your God. I have walked with you through every word, every whisper, every wound that cried out for healing. I have touched the deepest parts of your soul, not to expose your weakness, but to reveal your worth. I have stripped away every lie so that your heart could finally recognize the truth. You are mine. You have always been mine. No darkness could ever separate you from my love. No mistake has ever canceled my purpose for you. No broken path could ever derail the journey I designed before the foundation of the world. This is the moment I have waited for, the moment you fully awaken to who you are in me. Not who others said you were. Not who your past tried to define. Not who your fears told you you'd never be. But the true you, redeemed, restored, reborn in my spirit, covered in my mercy, alive with divine destiny. You are not broken beyond repair. You are not late. You are not small. You are chosen. You are powerful. You are beloved. And now I call you forth. No more waiting on the sidelines. No more holding your breath for permission. I have already commissioned you. I have already anointed you. I have already gone before you. The doors are opening. The mountains are moving. The heavens are declaring over your life. Now is the time. Step forward as my ambassador, carry my name with honor. Let your life speak of my goodness. Let your days reflect my grace. Let your words drip with wisdom, and your hands be extensions of healing. You are not meant to live a life of silent survival. You are meant to release sound. The sound of faith, of hope, of joy, of victory. You are my echo in the earth. I will increase your territory, yes, but I will first enlarge your heart. Your compassion will grow. Your hunger for truth will deepen. Your love for the lost will ignite. You will no longer look at people through your eyes, you will see them through mine. The hurting, the hostile, the hopeless. You will see them as I do, worth redeeming, and you will become a bridge for them to cross into my arms. I have called you to be a builder, not of buildings, but of lives. You will build safe places with your voice, create restoration with your presence, tear down walls with your kindness. You are not a taker, you are a giver. You are not a reactor, you are a responder. You are not a chaser of things, you are a seeker of me. Your life is not just about success, it's about significance. It's about eternity. Every word you sow, every act of love, every moment you trust me, it ripples through time and touches souls you may never meet. That is how deep your impact will go. That is how wide your reach will stretch. Not because you are extraordinary, but because I, your God, choose to work through ordinary vessels made holy by surrender. You will face trials again, yes, but now you know how to stand. You will walk through valleys again, yes, but now you carry the lamp of my word. You will be stretched, pressed, even misunderstood, but nothing will separate you from my hand. I am your portion. I am your strength. I am your reason to rejoice when the night is long. I am your defender when no one else speaks. I am your source when the well runs dry. And I am your everlasting Father when the world turns away. You will never again walk in fear. You will never again settle for less than what I have spoken over you. You will not return to the prison of shame or the chains of performance. You are free gloriously, fully, eternally free. And where my spirit is, there is liberty. So now go. Love recklessly. Serve boldly. Give generously. Speak truth courageously. And worship with your whole heart. Let the world see not your strength, but mine in you. Let them see not your perfection, but my redemption. You are the living proof that I still speak, still heal, still raise up the lowly, and seat them with princes. Let no one talk you out of your assignment. Let no fear shut down your voice. Let no trial steal your joy. For I have written your name on my hand. I have sealed your life with my promise. I have filled your future with my goodness, and I will never leave you. My blessing is upon you now, not just for comfort, but for commissioning. You are my light in this generation. You are my warrior of love. You are my vessel of truth. You are my child, fully seen, fully known, fully empowered. My beloved child, today I come to interrupt your day, not to add weight to your thoughts, but to lift the burden that has silently grown heavy on your heart. You have been faithful, perseverant, and firm. I see how much you've endured. I see the weariness in your soul despite your unyielding spirit. That's why I need your full attention right now. Set aside every distraction. Pause the noise of urgency. Let me have this moment with you. Let me breathe life into the places within you that have longed for peace and assurance. You have been carrying concerns so deep that they've begun to blur your vision. The anxieties, the fears, the unsaid worries that flood your nights and cloud your days, I see them. And even though you've continued pressing forward, I know how hard it's been to silence those racing thoughts. But hear me, I didn't create you to live under the weight of fear or confusion. I formed you for joy. I anointed you for peace. And I have promised you a future filled with hope and provision. You have dreams, so many dreams. Some you've spoken aloud, others you've buried deep. Dreams you're afraid are too big, too far, too delayed. But I tell you today, dream again. You have my permission. More than that, you have my support. I placed those desires within you for a reason. They were never meant to be forgotten in the storm of daily survival. They are part of your calling, your purpose, your divine assignment. There are unique gifts inside of you, talents that the world has yet to witness in full. Do not underestimate them just because others haven't seen them yet. I gave them to you. I wrapped them in your soul when I formed you. I see the fullness of your potential, even when you feel small. Every challenge you've faced has been preparing you for the stage I am setting. You are not behind. You are right on time for what I am about to do in your life. Now let me be clear. The road ahead won't always be smooth. I never promised ease, but I did promise presence. I will be with you every step. When you stumble, I'll lift you. When you cry, I'll collect your tears. When you feel lost, I'll be your compass. I have never abandoned you, not for 1 second. And I never will. You've wondered why certain doors closed, why people left, why some things didn't go the way you had hoped. It wasn't punishment, it was protection. I was redirecting you. I was shielding you from things you didn't see coming. Trust that I know the full picture. Trust that I'm working behind the scenes, even when it seems silent. I'm not distant, I'm deliberate. And those trials you've walked through, they're not wasted. Not a single tear, not a single disappointment has been meaningless. I've been using them to mold you, to teach you, to grow you into someone who carries not just gifts, but wisdom, not just power, but humility. I'm shaping you into someone who reflects my glory in both triumph and trial. Do not fear the battles that lie ahead. Every enemy that rises against you will fall. Every plan meant to harm you will turn into testimony. I will fight for you. I am your defender, your provider, your restorer. What the enemy tried to destroy, I will rebuild stronger. What was stolen, I will return with increase. I will vindicate you. I will honor you. I will lift you in the presence of those who doubted you. I am not asking for perfection. I'm asking for your heart. I want your trust, your surrender. Not because I need it, but because you do. When you yield fully to me, you walk in authority, you speak with power, you move in grace, you stop striving and start flowing in my spirit, in my timing, in my favor. I know you get tired. I know there are days when you wonder if your prayers even reach me. But let me assure you, every cry, every whisper, every silent plea has echoed in my throne room. I am not deaf to your pain. I am not blind to your efforts. I am moved by your faith. You may not see the breakthrough yet, but it's closer than you think. And oh, the blessings I am preparing for you, they are beyond your imagination. You've seen glimpses, but what's coming will leave you speechless. The joy, the healing, the provision, the connections, the restoration, it's all part of my plan. I haven't forgotten a single promise I've made to you. I am faithful, always. You worry sometimes that you're not enough, that maybe you missed your moment. But I tell you now, as long as you have breath, your purpose is alive. You haven't missed anything that I cannot restore. I specialize in rerouting destiny. I make all things new. Not some, not most, but all. And in this next season, I will teach you how to rest in me. Not just physically, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally. I will lead you beside still waters. I will restore your soul. You won't have to force things anymore. The striving will cease. You will operate from peace, because when you walk with me, burdens lift and blessings flow. You have been chosen not because of what you've done, but because of who I am. My love for you isn't conditional. It's eternal. It's relentless. And it's right here, right now, wrapping around you like a shield. Let it in. Let me love you past your guilt. Let me wash you in grace. Let me reframe how you see yourself through my eyes, not the world's. My beloved, as we continue this journey together, I want you to lean in even closer. The words I'm speaking to you now are seeds. Seeds that will take root in your soul and produce fruit that will not wither. You've been asking me for clarity, for understanding in the chaos, for direction in the storm. And today I say, I am the light you've been searching for. I do not leave you to wander without guidance. I go before you, beside you, and within you. You have walked through seasons where every turn felt uncertain, where your heart hesitated between faith and fear. But even in your doubt, I remained steady. Even when your steps were unsure, I never let you fall. Your confusion did not disqualify you. Your questions did not anger me. I welcome your honesty because it's in your questions that I draw you closer. You don't need to have it all figured out. You only need to trust that I do. I am not a distant, silent God. I am near. I speak in whispers, in dreams, in signs, in confirmations that line up with my word. And if you still your heart long enough, you'll hear me again. You've been afraid to believe, afraid to misinterpret, afraid to hope, but I am giving you discernment. I am sharpening your spiritual ears to distinguish my voice from all others. I am removing the fog and bringing clarity, not man's clarity, but divine clarity, peace that passes understanding. You don't need to chase after answers when you can sit in my presence and receive wisdom. I do not lead with confusion. I lead with peace. When it's from me, there will be alignment. There will be confirmation. There will be an internal knowing, even if the path is unfamiliar. Do not move out of panic. Move only with my peace. You've been standing at a crossroads, unsure which way to turn, and you've whispered, God, I don't want to make the wrong move. But hear me. When you walk with me, I can make even your missteps lead to purpose. I am not limited by your uncertainty. I can reroute any path to align with my plan. What I ask is that you keep me at the center. Let every decision flow from relationship, not anxiety. There is a vision I am placing before you, a glimpse of what's possible if you fully surrender to me. It may look impossible now. It may seem far away, but do not let fear dim what faith is trying to ignite. I give vision not to tease you, but to prepare you. I show you what's coming, so you'll know how to posture your heart, so you'll remain focused, so you'll walk in expectation, not just endurance. You've held on for so long without seeing the result. You've prayed without answers. You've obeyed without reward. But I tell you now, nothing has been wasted. Every act of faith, every sacrifice, every unseen step, it has all been recorded in my heavenly ledger. And your reward is coming. Your faith has not gone unnoticed. I've been building something eternal within you, something that cannot be shaken when the winds rise again. Don't grow weary in doing good. Don't let apathy replace passion. Fan the flame again. Stir up the gift inside you. Stop saying you're too tired, too late, too limited. I knew your flaws when I called you. I knew your insecurities when I chose you. And I still said yes. My grace covers the gaps. My strength fills your weakness. You are not disqualified, you are being qualified through the fire. Let me remind you again, I don't just want to bless what you build. I want to help you build it. You've been trying to do things in your own strength, and it's exhausted you. But when you partner with me, when you seek my counsel before you act, when you trust my timing over your urgency, you will find rest in the building process. You don't have to hustle for what I've already given you. I am shifting the pace of your life. What felt rushed will feel rested. What felt heavy will feel light. What felt unclear will begin to crystallize. I'm not speeding you up, I'm slowing you down to my rhythm. Because in my rhythm, you will walk in step with miracles. In my rhythm, you'll encounter provision without striving. In my rhythm, you will witness me make a way where there was none. Your heart has been asking, when, God? And I say, soon, but trust me with the how. I don't operate on the clocks of men. I operate on the timetables of purpose. And right now, I am aligning every detail in your favor. The connections, the resources, the open doors, they are not far. They are being arranged as you read this. And when it all comes together, it will be sudden, it will be undeniable, and it will be me. Don't let impatience make you compromise. Wait well. Wait in faith, not frustration. Worship while you wait. Serve while you wait. Grow while you wait. Because the wait is never wasted. It's in the waiting that your roots go deep. It's in the waiting that your character is refined. It's in the waiting that I become your everything. Not the promise, not the outcome, but me. I am enough for you. Even now, even in the questions, even in the stillness, even in the ache of what hasn't come yet. And the more you learn to be satisfied in me, the more I will entrust to you. Because I know it won't take your heart away from me, it will draw you closer. Now, my child, let me take you by the hand and walk you into the innermost places of your heart, the places you've kept hidden, even from yourself. I know them all. Every scar, every fracture, every silent cry. You've gotten used to functioning with pain. You've learned to move forward even while wounded. But I didn't create you to survive with brokenness. I came to make you whole. You've told yourself that time would heal. You've believed that ignoring the pain would cause it to fade. But unaddressed wounds become soul infections. They affect how you see, how you trust, how you love. And I love you too much to let those wounds linger. I've come to heal, to restore, and to free you from the shadows you've grown used to. Some of your wounds came from betrayal. You gave your heart, your trust, your loyalty, and it was mishandled. You were left questioning your worth, replaying the moments, wondering what you did wrong. But hear me, their actions were never a reflection of your value. The betrayal was their failure, not yours. You are not unlovable. You are not too much. You are not too broken. You are mine, and I declare you worthy of love, respect, and tenderness. Others' wounds go deeper: childhood memories, forgotten traumas, things you never spoke aloud. But I was there. I saw the moment the innocence was taken. I heard the words that shattered your confidence. I felt the tears you cried into your pillow. And even then, I was already working a plan for your restoration. I did not cause the harm, but I will redeem it. I will use even the pain as part of your story of freedom. Some of you have been wounded by religion, harsh words, judgmental spirits, leaders who misrepresented my heart. They spoke of holiness, but lacked love. They taught obedience, but not grace. And you were left with a warped image of me, distant, angry, impossible to please. But today, I break that lie. I am not a tyrant. I am not a taskmaster. I am a father. I am your healer. I am full of mercy, full of compassion, slow to anger, and abounding in steadfast love. I know how deeply you want to be whole. You've begged me in secret, God, please fix me. Please make me new. And my answer is, yes, yes, I will. But healing requires access. Will you let me in? Not just the polished places, but the broken ones too. Will you trust me with the messy parts, the angry parts, the ashamed parts? Because I don't just want to touch the surface, I want to touch the root. You don't need to pretend with me. You don't need to perform. I don't love a future version of you, I love you now. I'm not afraid of your emotions. Your tears are precious to me. Your honesty is an offering. And when you invite me into your pain, I do not come with condemnation. I come with healing in my wings. I will pour my spirit like oil over your wounds. I will wash away the shame that still clings to you. I will lift the heaviness from your chest. I will break the cycle of torment that replays old failures. I will give you a new narrative, not one of survival, but of restoration. Not one of fear, but of freedom. And as I heal you, I will also teach you to forgive, not because they deserve it, but because your freedom is worth it. Unforgiveness binds your soul to the past. It keeps you tethered to what I died to release you from. Forgiveness is not forgetting, it's entrusting justice to me. It's letting go of your right to revenge and taking hold of my peace instead. Forgiveness will not make you weak. It will make you whole. And I will walk with you through that process, one memory at a time, one layer at a time. I will not rush you, but I will not let you stay stuck, because the life I have for you requires a healed heart. Your future relationships need a whole you. Your calling needs an unburdened soul. I will also heal your body, the pain that has lingered, the diagnosis that brought fear, the fatigue that won't lift. I see it, and I say, by my stripes, you are healed. Healing may come suddenly, or it may come gradually. But know this, I am working even now. Speak life over your body. Declare my promises. Anoint yourself in faith, and trust that healing flows through you because my spirit lives in you. Let me also heal your mind, the anxiety that steals your sleep, the overthinking that wears you out, the lies that whisper you're not enough. I silence them now. You have the mind of Christ. I give you peace that guards your thoughts. I give you wisdom that confounds confusion. You will not be tormented. You will not be overwhelmed. I renew your mind day by day as you dwell in me. This healing will change how you see the world. You will stop reacting from pain and start responding from purpose. You will no longer live guarded out of fear. You will live open out of trust. You will love boldly again. You will dream freely again. You will smile and mean it, laugh and feel it, dance and believe it. Healing is not just for you, it is for those connected to you. Because once you are healed, you become a healer. Your testimony becomes a tool. Your scars become signs that point others to hope. I will send people who need what you've received. And you will say, if he did it for me, he can do it for you. This is the season of restoration. What was broken is being made whole. What was lost is being returned. What was dead is coming alive again. This is my promise to you, not because you earned it, but because I love you. Now that I have begun healing the wounds of your heart, I will awaken the vision I planted within you before time began. My child, I did not rescue you from darkness, just so you could live quietly in the shadows. I healed you so you could carry light not just for yourself, but for a world desperate to see what love, truth, and purpose truly look like. I am breathing life into dreams you thought were lost. I am stirring up passions you buried under disappointment. I am calling you to step forward not in fear, but in faith. There is a blueprint written in heaven with your name on it, a unique assignment that no one else can fulfill. Before you were born, I knit it into your spirit. That longing you've carried, the ache for more, it's not ambition, it's alignment. Your soul knows there's something greater, and you were never meant to settle for a life that feels safe but unfulfilled. I made you for impact, for movement, for purpose that echoes into eternity. I'm revealing this vision in layers, not all at once. Because if I showed you the full picture now, it might overwhelm you. But trust that every step I lead you to is part of the plan. I don't waste movement. I don't misplace purpose. Even the detours have meaning. Even the seasons of waiting were essential for your maturity. I've been developing not just the dream, but the vessel who would carry it. You've looked at others and felt behind. You've watched others build, rise, and succeed while you remained hidden, healing, waiting. But hear me now. I am not late. I am precise. I do not operate in human timing. I operate in divine sequence. And in my sequence, you are right where you need to be. The season of silence was a seedbed for the greatness I am about to reveal through you. I will begin to download strategy, not just vague ideas, but clear, actionable direction. I will give you vision with details. I will highlight the who, the when, the where. I will align resources, bring the right voices, and remove the ones sent to distract. What once felt foggy will begin to sharpen. What once felt out of reach will come into your hands. Your one day is becoming now, but I need your yes. Not just a hesitant, partial yes, but a surrendered, full-hearted yes. You can no longer delay with excuses. I'm not ready. I'm not qualified. I'm afraid of failing. I already know your weaknesses, and I've accounted for them in the plan. I'm not looking for perfection, I'm looking for availability. If you trust me, I will carry you through every unknown, every risk, every leap of faith. I will teach you how to steward vision with excellence. I will train you in wisdom. I will guide you in discipline. No longer will you waste time, energy, or words. I am aligning your life. Every area, your schedule, your focus, your relationships must now come into agreement with your calling. You can't afford to be distracted. You can't afford to live scattered. I am making you a person of vision, of clarity, of heavenly momentum. And this vision is not just about platform, it's about people. Souls are connected to your obedience. Lives will be touched by your story, your voice, your work. Whether you lead millions or influence one, your purpose is sacred. Whether your assignment is global or local, public or private, it matters deeply to me. You don't have to be seen by the world to be celebrated in heaven. I will open doors, yes, even the ones no man can shut. But I'll also close doors, the ones you thought you needed. Trust me in both. My no is as important as my yes. I am not just leading you to success. I am leading you into alignment with heaven. Every opportunity must bow to purpose. Every decision must flow from prayer. When you move with me, your steps will be established. You won't have to force it, it will flow, and there will be opposition. When you start walking in vision, the enemy takes notice. They'll try to distract you with doubt, delay, and discouragement, but you are not defenseless. I've armed you with authority. Speak my word. Stand on my truth. Silence every lie that says you can't, because you are not doing this alone. You and I, we are building together. This is your season of activation. I'm stirring your spirit to move, not recklessly, but intentionally, not frantically, but fruitfully. You've waited long enough. You've asked long enough. Now I say, rise and build, speak and lead, create and launch. The vision is alive, and so are you. I've placed fire in your bones. Don't hold it back. Write the vision. Make it plain. Then run with it. And don't worry who runs with you. I'll send the right people. Kingdom builders, intercessors, financial supporters, creative minds, faithful hearts. You will not do this alone. I'm building community around your calling, and I will protect what we build together. The vision I'm giving you will outlast you. It's legacy vision, generational vision. What you build will bless your children's children. The impact will ripple beyond your lifetime. That's why it's so important to start now, not out of urgency, but obedience. I am calling you to establish something eternal. Now, my child, As your spirit begins to rise with vision, I must teach you how to protect what I've entrusted to you, because purpose, once awakened, becomes a target. And the moment you begin to walk in my plans, the enemy will seek to distract, distort, and delay. But you do not need to fear. I am not only your giver of vision, I am your defender of destiny. You are never alone in this calling. You must learn to guard the vision I've placed within you like a sacred treasure. Just as a farmer protects his fields from predators, you must protect your purpose from the subtle enemies that seek to devour its fruit before it matures. These enemies are not always obvious. They creep in through compromise, laziness, fear, comparison, and even good intentions misaligned with my will. Compromise will whisper, "Just a little deviation won't matter." But I tell you, even a small crack in the foundation can collapse the whole house over time. Hold fast to what I've said. Let my word be your standard, not culture, not opinion, not even your own logic. I do not change. What I spoke in secret, I will fulfill openly, but only if you remain faithful. Partial obedience is still disobedience. So guard your steps with wisdom and integrity. Laziness will try to convince you that you have time, that you can delay obedience until it feels convenient. But there is a timing to purpose, a moment that is appointed. And if you let sloth dull your edge, you will miss windows of divine opportunity. I am gracious, yes, but I am also strategic. I need your readiness. I need your excellence. I need your yes, followed by consistent action. This is not a season to drift, it is a season to build. Fear will dress itself in caution and call it wisdom, but I say, do not confuse the two. True wisdom comes from me, and it produces peace, not paralysis. When I give you instruction, move even if you're trembling. I will meet you in the motion. You don't have to feel brave, you only need to be willing. My strength will carry you where your confidence cannot. Comparison will kill your joy and distort your focus. Do not look at what others are building and think your portion is less significant. I created you with a unique fingerprint because I've called you to leave a unique mark. Celebrate others, yes, but don't lose yourself in imitation. Be faithful with what I gave you. Your lane is sacred. Your voice is needed. Your story is powerful. Even good intentions can derail purpose if not submitted to me. There will be opportunities that look like blessings but are actually distractions in disguise. That's why you must stay anchored in my presence. Don't rush ahead just because a door is opened. Ask me if I opened it. Every offer is not an assignment. Every invitation is not a calling. Discernment will be your protection. Stay in the secret place. Let me be your counselor. Before you make a decision, consult me. Before you sign a contract, pray. Before you commit your time, ask if it aligns with your purpose. I will speak if you will listen. I am not silent. I am simply waiting for your stillness. Guard your heart above all else, for from it flows the wellspring of life. Bitterness, jealousy, offense, these are toxins to your calling. If you carry them, they will leak into everything you build. You must keep your heart clean, not just for your own sake, but for those I've called you to impact. A pure heart carries power. A soft heart hears my whispers. A humble heart walks in grace. You must also protect your circle. The people around you will either feed your faith or fuel your fear. Choose wisely. Surround yourself with those who see the vision, who speak life, who push you higher. You don't need approval from everyone, you need alignment with a few. I will send divine connections, covenant relationships, people who are assigned to run with you, not compete with you. And yes, you will face resistance. There will be moments when the storm rises, when the winds of opposition blow fiercely. But remember this, if I called you to it, I will sustain you through it. The battle is not evidence you're off track often. It's confirmation that you're right where you need to be. So stand your ground. Lift your shield of faith. Wield your sword of truth. You are not weak. You are equipped. This vision, this purpose, it's bigger than you. That's why it feels heavy at times. That's why the warfare feels personal. But do not retreat. The pressure you feel is the weight of glory. I trust you with this because I live in you, and I don't give assignments without equipping my servants. Let me also remind you, protecting the vision doesn't mean isolating it in fear. It means nurturing it in faith. Speak life over your purpose. Pray over it daily. Write it down. Revisit it when doubt tries to creep in. Let your words agree with mine. Call things forth as though they already are. Your mouth is a weapon. Use it to create, not to complain. Stay focused, child. I am doing a new thing. Do not look back. Do not be distracted by what didn't work before. I am making rivers in the desert. I am opening up paths where there were none. And I am calling you to walk with intentionality. With vision in one hand and discernment in the other, you will build what eye has not seen, what ear has not heard, because it has been hidden for such a time as this. Now, my child, as you learn to guard and protect the vision I've entrusted to you, I want you to understand the power of your obedience. You have heard many speak of success, of dreams, of favor, but few speak of obedience with the reverence it deserves. Yet in my kingdom, obedience is the true currency of influence. It is not in how much you know, but in how much you trust me enough to follow. Obedience is the foundation of legacy. You see, what you do in secret, the quiet yes, the surrendered choice, the step taken when no one is watching, those moments carry the weight of eternity. You may not realize it, but every act of obedience is a seed sown into generations you may never meet. Your faithfulness is echoing beyond you. It's bigger than your present. It's forming a future. Think of Abraham. He obeyed when I called him, not even knowing where he was going. He trusted my voice over his vision. And because of that obedience, he became the father of nations. The impact of his yes stretched into centuries. And I say to you, your obedience will do the same. You are shaping a lineage. You are setting a standard. You are building a bridge for those who will walk behind you. Obedience is not just about action, it's about alignment. It means your heart agrees with my heart. It means your steps match my rhythm. It means you trust me enough to move, even when you're afraid. I never promised that the path would be easy, only that it would be worth it. And when you obey me, you are placing yourself under the flow of divine favor. You open doors that no man can shut, because they are open through surrender, not strategy. There will be moments when obedience feels costly, when it asks you to lay down something you love or walk away from something familiar. And in those moments, I ask you to remember, I never take without giving. I never strip without covering. I never lead you away unless I'm leading you into something better. Every time you let go for me, you make room for me to fill. And sometimes obedience means enduring, staying when it would be easier to run, holding your tongue when you want to defend yourself, trusting my timing when everything in you screams to act now. Obedience isn't always loud. Sometimes it looks like silence, stillness, faith in the waiting. But even then I see, I honor, I reward. When you obey, you become a conduit for heaven. Your yes allows me to move through you. And the more you obey, the more I trust you with. There are levels of authority I can only give to those who walk in consistent surrender. You've been asking for increase. It comes through obedience. Not just in big decisions, but in daily devotion. In purity when no one's watching. In honesty when it costs you. In integrity when shortcuts tempt you. The world tells you that legacy is built through achievements, awards, and applause. But I say legacy is built through obedience, through unseen faithfulness, through prayers whispered in the dark, through sacrifices made in secret. You don't need a platform to be impactful. You need obedience. I will multiply your influence when you steward what I've already given with excellence. There are those watching you now, even if you don't know it. Children, friends, strangers. They are witnessing how you live. Your obedience is preaching a louder sermon than your words. They are learning what faith looks like, not from a pulpit, but from your perseverance. And one day they'll say, I saw how they followed God even when it was hard, and now I know I can too. You are modeling the narrow road, the road of integrity, sacrifice, humility. It's not glamorous, but it's glorious, because I walk that road with you. And when you feel unseen, unheard, forgotten, remember, I see, I hear, I know, and I will reward you openly for what you did in secret. Do not despise the small acts of obedience, the apology offered, the tithe given in faith, the encouragement spoken, the fast endured, the temptation resisted. These are bricks in the foundation of your legacy. They may feel insignificant now, but they are building something eternal. You are storing treasure where moth and rust cannot destroy. I am raising you as a standard bearer in your generation. You are not perfect, but you are yielded, and that's what I use. I'm not looking for flawless vessels. I'm looking for surrendered ones. When you obey, I can flow through you without resistance. I can trust you with revelation, with influence, with legacy. And I say this now with holy urgency. There is a generation rising behind you that needs your obedience to be their compass. They will look to your life for direction. Your ceiling will be their floor. What you break through will become their normal. That's how legacy works. It's not what you keep, it's what you leave. So keep obeying, even when you don't see the outcome. Keep trusting, even when you feel overlooked. Keep moving, even when the path is unclear, because I am in every step, and I will fulfill every promise I've made to you, not because you forced it, but because you followed me. Now, my child, let me open your eyes to the influence I have placed upon your life. You have asked, God, what difference can I make? Who am I to lead, to impact, to shift atmospheres? And I answer you now, you are mine. And because you are mine, you carry my light. That light cannot be hidden, diminished, or ignored when you walk in obedience to me. Your life healed, whole, surrendered, is a lighthouse in the storm for those still searching for direction. You do not need a stage to have influence. Influence begins in presence. When you walk into a room full of anxiety and peace follows, that is influence. When your words break despair and release hope, that is influence. When your prayers shift circumstances, even in secret, that is influence. I have not called you to perform. I have called you to transform environments simply by being saturated in my spirit. This influence I give is not for popularity, it is for purpose. I'm not calling you to impress, I'm calling you to impact. The way you live, love, speak, serve, all of it is a reflection of my kingdom. That's why your character matters more than your charisma. That's why your private devotion is more powerful than your public appearance. Because it's not what people see that gives your influence power, it's what you carry in the spirit. Let me show you something sacred. Your life is a message, a letter I've written, not with ink, but with fire, to be read by the hearts of those I send to you. You may not always see the effect, but every moment you choose integrity over compromise, truth over comfort, love over convenience, you are writing hope into someone else's story. You are showing them what heaven looks like on earth. Some of your greatest influence will come through your scars. Yes, the very places where you were wounded and thought you were disqualified. I will use those scars as proof that healing is possible. I will use your testimony as a weapon against shame in others. When you speak of what I brought you through, chains will fall off those who listen, because they'll know if I did it for you, I can do it for them. Your influence will often go unnoticed by the world, but it is seen by heaven. Angels are released when you speak my word. Demons tremble when you walk in your authority. Atmospheres shift when you worship with a pure heart. The impact of your faithfulness cannot be measured by likes, followers, or applause. It is measured by obedience and spiritual fruit. And yes, for some of you I will give visibility. I will elevate your voice. I will place you before kings and leaders, not to puff you up, but to declare my truth in places where compromise has reigned too long. When I give you a platform, stay low in heart. Let your influence be anchored in intimacy with me. Do not chase fame. Chase me. Because when you seek first my kingdom, influence follows, but it follows you, not defines you. There will be people drawn to you who cannot explain why it's not your words or your works, it's my presence in you. You are a carrier of peace, a vessel of healing, a walking answer to someone's desperate prayer. Do not take lightly the weight of this calling. Every encounter is divine. Every connection is intentional. You are not random. You are sent. Guard your influence with humility. Stay teachable. Stay submitted. Stay hungry for my voice. The moment you think you've arrived is the moment pride begins to poison what I've built. Influence is a gift, and it's also a test. Will you use it for your glory or mine? Will you point others to me or to yourself? I'm watching not to condemn but to correct and cover you, because I want your influence to last, to endure, to multiply across generations. And remember, influence flows from intimacy. The closer you are to me, the greater your authority in the Spirit. The more time you spend in my presence, the more naturally you will reflect my nature. You don't need to try harder, you need to abide deeper. You are most influential when you are most surrendered. Your life will be a river of influence flowing into your family, your workplace, your community, your city. It will start small, but it will grow. And what begins with one changed life will ripple into thousands. Do not despise small beginnings. Every seed of kindness, every word of truth, every act of love, I will multiply it. You have no idea the full reach of your obedience. One word spoken in faith can heal a soul. One prayer in secret can break a generational curse. One decision to love can rewrite a family's future. That is influence, not flashy, not loud, but powerful and eternal. And I will teach you to steward it well. I will show you when to speak and when to stay silent, when to lead and when to follow, when to confront and when to comfort. Influence is not control, it's responsibility. It's carrying my heart into every space I send you. So do not shrink back. Do not hide your light. I have set you apart for this. I have appointed you for such a time as this. You are not an accident. You are an answer. You are a city on a hill. You are salt. You are light. You are a voice of truth in a generation drowning in noise. Now, my child, as the weight of your influence begins to settle into your soul, I will reveal the greater mission I have placed within your life. This calling is not temporary. It is not a trend. It is eternal. You are part of something far bigger than your eyes can see. You were not simply born, you were sent. And I sent you into this time, this generation, with a divine purpose that heaven crafted long before you drew your first breath. You felt it before that holy discontent, that ache that says, there must be more. And you're right, there is more. Because I wrote you into the middle of my divine narrative, a mission that spans from creation to eternity. You are not an isolated spark in the dark. You are part of a burning fire I'm igniting across the earth. A remnant, a warrior, a revival carrier. You are part of my movement. This mission is not about building your kingdom, but mine. Not about comfort, but commission. I did not call you to sit in safety. I called you to storm gates. I called you to shake systems. I called you to rescue the lost, to heal the broken, to raise the dead places in people's lives with the power of my spirit. You are my ambassador. Where you walk, heaven walks. What you declare, I establish. I know that feels heavy, but remember, I do not call the qualified. I qualify the called, and I have chosen you, not because of your perfection, but because of your surrender. You are willing, and that is what I need. I will anoint you to do what you never thought possible. I will stretch you, yes, but I will sustain you. This is not a burden to crush you, it's a mantle to carry you. Your calling is multidimensional. It may start in one area, family, business, creativity, teaching, worship, but it will ripple into many. I will use every skill, every experience, every pain, and every victory. Nothing will be wasted. You are a vessel of many gifts. Do not limit yourself to one expression. Stay open to how I want to use you. You've seen glimpses, visions, dreams. They were not fantasy. They were previews. I was showing you the blueprint so your spirit could prepare. And now I say, the time is near. The season of dormancy is ending. The doors are opening. The path is unfolding. You must be ready to move with me. This calling will cost you. Yes, there will be sacrifices. There will be times you are misunderstood, rejected, even mocked. The world will not understand a life fully surrendered to me. But your reward is greater than applause. Your reward is the eternal impact of souls redeemed, hearts transformed, and legacies reshaped. Heaven will echo with the names you helped deliver into truth. You were not made to blend in. I marked you to stand out, not with arrogance, but with authority. You carry something different because you carry me. And the world doesn't need another imitation. It needs an embodiment of my love, my holiness, my truth. You are the message. You are the bridge. You are the reflection of the kingdom. Stay close to me in this calling. Proximity is power. Intimacy is influence. The greater your mission, the deeper your need to dwell in my presence. Don't rush ahead. Don't get caught up in movement and miss the movement of my spirit. Listen daily. Move only when I say. Your effectiveness flows from obedience, not activity. I will give you divine strategy. What works for others may not work for you. I will lead you in new ways, fresh ways, unexpected ways. That's why comparison must die. Your mission is tailored. Your path is unique. Don't try to fit into someone else's mold. Let me shape you. Let me define success for you. And do not fear provision. Where I guide, I provide. I am Jehovah Jireh. I will bring finances, partners, doors, and platforms in my time. Your job is obedience. Mine is outcome. Don't hustle, trust. Don't panic, pray. Don't chase, wait. I will not send you where my grace cannot keep you. This mission will involve warfare. You will confront darkness. You will challenge systems of oppression, religion, and bondage. But I have armed you. I have clothed you in armor that cannot fail. You will speak with fire, walk with purity, and move in supernatural authority. Miracles will follow your surrender. Signs will follow your steps, because I am with you. You may feel unworthy, but I remind you, I am your worth. I live in you. Your past does not disqualify you. Your weakness does not discredit you. In fact, I will use your weakness as a platform for my power. The world needs real. I'm not sending a perfect vessel, I'm sending a redeemed one. And remember this, your calling is not only about what you do, but who you become. I'm more interested in your heart than your hustle, in your character more than your accomplishments. I am forming Christ in you, that is the greatest legacy. You won't just build projects, you will become a person of weight, of wisdom, of authority. This is what you were born for. This is why the enemy fought you so hard. He saw your potential before you did. But what he tried to destroy, I have rebuilt. What he tried to silence, I have amplified. And now, child, you rise, fully, freely, unapologetically. Now, my child, as you carry this calling and walk forward in purpose, let me prepare you for the process that lies ahead. You have received my vision, my healing, my mantle, but now you must be strengthened for the road. Many start with fire but lose endurance. Many dream loudly but collapse in pressure. I desire not just your ignition but your longevity. I will not only send you, I will sustain you. There will be seasons of testing, not to punish you, but to purify and promote you. Tests are not about proving your worth to me. I already know your value. They are about proving your readiness to carry what I've placed within you. The weight of glory is no small thing. I must build strength in you that doesn't waver under pressure. I must forge in you a faith that endures beyond emotion. I am making you unshakable. Expect transition. Not all change is loss, some change is promotion in disguise. I will shift you from comfort zones to faith zones. I will remove things that served a season but would hinder your next. Do not cling to what I am calling you out of. Let go when I say go, because every pruning is preparing you for more fruit. I only cut what I intend to heal. I only refine what I intend to elevate. There will be wilderness seasons, times when my voice seems quiet, when provision feels delayed, when visibility fades. But those are not signs of abandonment. They are invitations to deeper dependence. In the wilderness, I strip away distractions. I deepen roots. I train your ears to hear me when all other voices are silent. You will not be destroyed there. You will be defined there. Do not mistake stillness for stagnation. Even when it seems like nothing is moving, I am working. I do more in your waiting than you can imagine. Your spirit is being stretched. Your character is being refined. Your discernment is being sharpened. Trust the process. Embrace the silence. I am growing you for the very thing you've prayed for. There will also be battles, not just external but internal. Moments of doubt. Seasons of questioning. Times when fear creeps in like a shadow. But I am training your hands for war and your fingers for battle. You will learn to fight with faith, to stand on promises, to pray with authority. The enemy will come, but he will not prevail. You are not weak. You are armed. You will need rest. You are not a machine. You were not created to pour endlessly without replenishment. Sabbath is not a suggestion, it is sacred. I modeled it for you. Even in my omnipotence I rested, not because I was tired, but because I wanted to teach you to pause, to breathe, to return to the source. Don't equate busyness with fruitfulness. True impact comes from overflow, not depletion. There will be moments when I hide you, when I remove you from visibility, from stages, from applause. Not because you're failing, but because I'm forming something deeper. Hidden seasons are holy. They protect you from premature exposure. They allow you to grow without pressure. Embrace the hiddenness. I do my best work in secret places. Community will be essential. You cannot walk this road alone. Isolation breeds distortion. I will send you voices of truth, mentors of wisdom, friends of covenant, people who don't compete with you, but complete your assignment. Honor them. Stay accountable. You are part of a body, and every joint supplies strength. Stay rooted in my word. Let Scripture be your compass. Emotions will fluctuate. Opinions will shout. But my word will remain your anchor. Meditate on it day and night. Let it dwell richly in you. My word is not just information, it's transformation. It will keep you grounded when the winds of culture shift. It will guard your mind when lies arise. And always remember your identity. You are not your title. You are not your output. You are not your platform. You are my beloved. You are chosen, set apart, and sealed with my spirit. Your identity anchors you when success tries to inflate you or failure tries to define you. You are secure in me, and that is unshakable. Be ready for divine interruptions. I will reroute your plans to align with mine. Be flexible. Be yielded. What feels like a detour is often the direct path to destiny. Stay sensitive to my spirit. Don't cling to control. Flow with me. I don't need your perfection. I need your permission. The process will not always make sense. It will stretch your logic. It will test your patience. But if you stay surrendered, I will guide you with peace. Not pressure, but peace. That's how you'll know it's me. My yoke is easy. My burden is light. When it feels forced, pause. When it feels peaceful, proceed. And remember, it's not all warfare. There will be joy. There will be laughter. There will be moments of breakthrough that leave you in awe. I will give you tastes of glory, glimpses of eternity. You will see miracles. You will witness lives transformed. You will feel the wind of my spirit carry you through what should have crushed you. You will live in wonder again. I am not just preparing you to begin well. I am preparing you to finish strong. Many start with fire, but few endure with faith. You will not be among those who burn out. You will be among those who burn bright until the very end. Because I have appointed you, anointed you, and assigned you for this hour. Now, my beloved child, listen closely. Everything I've spoken to you, every whisper, every promise, every unveiling of purpose, identity, healing, vision, and influence, was not just to stir your heart. It was to awaken your destiny. The time of dreaming is ending, and the time of doing is beginning. You are not called to merely carry my presence. You are called to release it. The earth groans for the manifestation of my sons and daughters. And now I say, rise. This is your commissioning, not by man, not by title, not by approval, but by me, your Father, your Creator, your King. I am sending you out not as a servant only, but as a carrier of glory. You are my image bearer, my light bearer, my voice to a generation lost in noise. And I have placed within you everything necessary for this assignment. The same Spirit that raised Jesus from the dead lives in you, resurrection power, miracle-working power, mountain-moving power. You were born for such a time as this. The battles you survived were not random. They were training. The delays you endured were not denial. They were development. The pain you carried was not punishment. It was preparation. Every valley shaped your compassion. Every storm forged your endurance. Every fire purified your motives. And now the stage of your calling is set. The heavens are leaning in. Creation is watching. And I say again, rise. You will go into dark places and bring light. You will speak in dry lands and release rivers. You will touch what the world calls dead and watch it come to life, not by your strength, but by my Spirit. Your authority does not come from volume, but from intimacy. When you speak, demons will tremble, not because of you, but because of me in you. When you move, chains will break. When you obey, atmospheres will shift. You are a walking outpost of heaven, but do not let pride corrupt what I am building. Stay low, stay yielded, stay hungry. The more I elevate you, the more you must press into me. Never confuse the oil with your own ability. It is a gift. Protect the anointing. Guard your purity. Prioritize presence over productivity. The fire on your altar must never go out. Let your first ministry always be me. I will send you to places you never imagined. Nations will open. Rooms of influence will invite you. Opportunities you didn't chase will pursue you. But your heart must remain anchored. Your fame is not the goal, my glory is. Do not dilute the message to gain the world. Do not trade your soul for applause. Speak what I say, even when it's hard. Stand for truth, even when it costs. Love deeply, even when it wounds. You are called to disrupt complacency, to challenge the ordinary, to shake comfort and release holy fire. You are not a crowd pleaser. You are a kingdom ambassador. You will not bow to culture. You will not shrink before intimidation. You will stand, clothed in righteousness, filled with compassion, unshakable in purpose. And when they ask how you do it, you will point to me. And when it gets hard, because it will return to this word, let it be your anchor. Let it be your reminder. Let it be your war cry. You were chosen. You were called. You were crafted by the hands of the Almighty to release heaven on earth. Do not grow weary. Do not retreat. Do not second guess. I go before you. I surround you. I live within you. You are never alone. You are a legacy in motion, a torch carrier, a nation shifter, a generational answer. You are my delight, and I rejoice over you with singing. I celebrate the moment you said yes, and I will walk with you every step of the way, from glory to glory, from faith to faith, until the very end. So now, go, heal the sick, preach the word, raise the broken, feed the hungry, speak to the dry bones, prophesy to the weary, lay hands on the next generation, intercede for the nations, declare my truth with boldness, love the unlovable, and never, never doubt who you are. You are mine. Amen. If this word has stirred your heart, share it. Let my message reach those who are hungry for hope.